lived in Honesdale. I went up to
Oh, we have a
Honesdale
lake
for.
house right up. Jay has been to my lake house, which is not far from Honesdale at
There you
all.
go.
It's a
There you
very nice
go.
place.
We are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Live from Twitch.
Shelby, one more question before I respond and set your life in different direction than it
Horrible
currently is.
motion. Horrible motion.
As your character is PCC. Do you consider yourself solitary, which I think you are, or do you have a collection of friends and associates with similar backgrounds and abilities?
I figured it was solitary.
Okay, then I won't respond to you at all. Excellent. We're good.
That can help.
Simplicity
No
itself.
All right. Okay, so tonight we're not going to do a whole lot of dice rolling. We're going to get in invested in this world, talk about our characters and one another, and basically we're going to a business meeting, which is the most exciting RPG I can think of.
Woo!
So we're going to try to get together as a group and gel and figure out what role each of us plays in the next session. And then I think we'll just try to make plans in terms of how we support each other in getting our characters filled out and ready for horrifying madness and insanity. So thank you all for coming. If I seem distracted, I've got local kids on motorbikes, and they're running over my lawn. So the old man gene is kicking in. As we run out and kick them off their bikes.
Get off my lawn.
All right. So first, let me pull up my background notes here. About the game, I know today we discussed a lot of things that are very confusing. This system goes down the rabbit hole, but I don't want anybody to feel intimidated by this because we're going to throw a lot of those rules out the window in favor of storytelling. The more we get to know the game, the more we're comfortable with the rules, the more we'll bring them in online. But right now it's going to be more about storytelling. We're going to be doing some basic task successes and fails, rolling dice based on complex, intermediate, and basic tasks. And in combat, we'll have a basic generation system. So don't worry about having to go to Rulebook 14, page 312, because we'll probably have to do that technically if we were playing Palladium full. Palladium, if you haven't looked too deeply into it, is multiversal. So there's everything from ninjas and spies to ninja turtles and furries and cosmic horrors. So any genre is represented by Palladium, and those guys are OCD. There's not a table they have ever rejected.
And that's a very appropriate acronym because it's 3 characters. They love that stuff.
Yeah.
They're OCD about their PPE and their ISP and their PCC.
Yes, and feel free to use the guide to the acronyms that I posted.
Thank you, God,
the
for
Facebook
that.
page. I'm working on one monitor at work, and I'm half cheating by trying to get this up to date. And I spent 5 minutes PPE, PCC, confused those two terms, and I ended up completely not where I needed to be. So I can imagine how it would be for you guys. But
it's all right. I'm down with the OPP.
You know me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice.
all right, 15 points each for that one. Keep track of your own XP.
And it's showing our age, that's for sure.
And so it begins.
All right.
Indeed.
First of all, everybody gets 1,000 experience points off the bat just for campaign prep and for putting up with the multiple invitations and cul-de-sacs and dead ends that I put out there for you.
Now, to be clear, that 1,000 XP doesn't do anything for us in this first adventure. It just puts us farther down the road towards second level, correct?
About halfway for most characters at this
Yes, okay. Very good.
All right.
And you also gave us a D4 extra ISP with the comforting tagline, "You're gonna need it."
Yep, that's true. And to clarify, PPE at this point, it's between first and second edition, that got weird. So we're going to think of PPE as midichlorians. If your character utilizes it, it's going to be in your character generation. It'll tell you how your PPE applies to your character. If it doesn't, then it's just going to sit there. PPE basically applies to characters that utilize PPE. So if you're psychic sensitive and you're alerted to people with great psychic energy, obviously if you have a higher PPE, they're going to detect you. You may not even know that you have psychic abilities. They may be latent or you just disregard them, but they'll be able to detect you, and other supernatural creatures may be drawn to you. That's one of the concepts in Beyond the Supernatural, is that a lot of the monsters are drawn to people with high psychokinetic energy because they want to eat them. So that's something you want to keep in mind as we move into the darker part of this world. Speaking of darker parts of the world, Donald Trump was re-elected president last year,
Fucks.
and that
No,
has led
thank
to
you. I'm out.
we've got some problems that result from that. So
Some.
here's the world that you live in. It is today. It is in a world much like ours. Unfortunately, because of certain real-world things that have been exacerbated by lack of government and by some supernatural other things that I can't talk about. We're living in a world where the supply chain is starting to break down. When we talk about closing our borders, it's not simply a political thing. We're now up to over 1 million deaths from COVID. There's like 20 to 30 million people who are out of work or partially out of work. And so not a lot of happy people out there, which leads to the ironic situation where the entertainment industry has been ramping up to provide bread and circuses for people who are suffering to take their minds off of what's really happening. That's where you guys come in. The Enterdyne Communications Corporation is basically like Viacom. They own a lot of entertainment companies, and one of those is the Ether Network, which you can find on Roku or watch online streaming. And it deals with a lot of reality shows that deal with the supernatural and true crime and stuff like that. Their flagship series is actually several different series under the umbrella of Real Hauntings of. And those are typical haunting shows that you might be familiar with. They're located out of Boston, Philadelphia, Brooklyn, Atlanta. There's like 8 of them in the franchise. And so you have been contacted as individuals to audition for the farm team for these programs. Basically, this company wants to keep the shows fresh. They want to send out new talent to see who resonates with audiences, keeps them interested. And so we will work out the backstory, and you guys can make it up on the fly if you want, how you were either influenced, how you pursued this opportunity, or how you were pursued. We can talk about that more one-on-one in the next 2 weeks for our next session. A couple of things. I did share some hints with you guys privately about what's going on in the world and your little corners of it. I will say that travel is certainly monitored. You feel that there's a strong police and first responder presence just idle. It's not actually responding, but it's visible. You see police in riot gear all the time. Even your local municipal troops are more military than you've come to expect, even in COVID. And they're no longer officer friendly. Even if you know your local law enforcement, they're a little bit more distant from you than they were 12 months ago. So there's definitely a tension between the citizens of this country or your part of the world and those who are supposed to protect and defend, essentially. So, the meeting will be held today in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. How you get there, I think we've declared. Did I ask you, Tracy, where your character's from?
No, we really didn't talk about character too much.
Okay.
How about Scranton?
Perfect. I don't have to do any more work. Excellent. All right. Okay.
I'm sorry, Scranton.
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 All right.
Get some scrapple while you're there.
Ugh.
It's glorious.
Oh, God, no.
I'll take yours.
You could have the tripe, too, because I'm also not interested in that.
Oh, that's a bit of a stretch, but all right. We'll roll it together. I'm good.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. All of you have been escorted from Philadelphia International Airport through No, that's not true. Let me reverse time. All of you have been escorted from whatever flea bag you decided to spend the night in last night to the NOCTURN-INN in Plymouth Meeting across from the IKEA. It's an all suites business hotel, and it has an Irish pub attached to it. You are taken individually by car by someone who looks like he just was recruited by the Men in Black. Doesn't talk, but gives you, basically tells you, go in, register, your rooms have been provided for, and there will be an itinerary for you in that room. So your first instruction is to meet at 6 p.m. in the Irish pub, as all good RPG adventures simply do. And it is a typical Irish pub, but it's dead because of COVID. You guys are the only people in this hotel. There's one guy behind the bar who looks right out of The Shining. The reception person looks like they don't want to be there. Maybe they're just like a day laborer. Certainly not somebody affiliated with a chain. And it's really quiet. It's almost like this place was just reopened after several months of being closed. So beyond that, I'm going to let you guys explore and tell me what you'd like to do. Everybody roll initiative.
Which is
D20, please.
Ten.
Is high-
15.
Which one's better, high or low?
High is good in this case.
Oh, good. I got a 5.
Okay.
19.
19? Okay.
9.
9?
15.
I got the first one of the night.
Awesome!
You know what? Wasted on this.
Yeah.
Okay. I
better
don't have a
than-
layout that I can feed you right now, but Dave, I think you rolled highest.
Yes.
So just what is your character going to do? Well, you have 3 characters.
I do. But only one of them is going to show up on time. So, or show up early, rather, which is what a 19 would indicate. And that'll be a
Yes.
Boye Kuru. He shows up, mask on,
Okay.
very, very well kitted backpack over his shoulder. Enters in, looks around, dark skinned man, piercing eyes, looks around and tries to figure out where this is going to happen.
Okay. You're walking in at the 6 o'clock meeting time, or are you walking? You said you walked in advance.
He's coming in about 10 minutes early.
Okay. You see somebody who looks pretty much like they were placed behind the front desk and just left there with no instructions.
Walk up to this man.
Okay. This is somebody, he's kind of in his late 50s, early 60s. Looks like he's had many, many better days. He's balding. He's dressed in a suit that is not his. It's probably a little bit too big. A borrowed suit, if you will.
My grandfather has the same suit. Yes.
And he looks terrified at anyone's approach, and particularly at yours. So he doesn't do anything, but he just stands rigidly and glares. Not glares, but just stares nervously at you.
Good evening. I am Aboya Akuru. I am here for the Enterdyne Communications meeting.
He just nods and looks at you, and then he gets the idea to look at a computer monitor nearby, realizes that it's completely blank, fumbles around with a bunch of papers, and remembers that he has a cell phone. So he pulls that out quickly, turns to his right, and hits a button. And then he looks at you and waiting impatiently, kind of looking you up and down. And he kind of looks at the lobby. He looks toward the Irish pub, and then looks back at you, and then back at the Irish pub, and then down toward the laundry. And then just kind of shrugs and smiles awkwardly. Then he looks at his phone. Oh, yeah. You go to the pub. It's right over there, okay? Do you have
Thank
a
you.
room?
Yes, a very nice room. Thank you so much.
What is your name again?
Aboye Akuru.
Boy Cujo. Got it. I'll write that down. Is anybody waiting for you?
No.
Okay.
I will go into the pub now. Thank you so much for your help.
Okay, dokie.
Go into the damn pub.
Okay. Going into the pub, and it is empty. You have about 50 chairs and tables to choose from. There's really bad Irish music playing. and just that guy behind the bar polishing it, looking like he would like to be anywhere but where he is right now.
I'm good. I will take a seat back to the wall, and I will reach into my backpack and start tuning my Omni sensor device that will sense. It will sense all kinds of delightful things when they happen, like psionics, presence, and invisible. It's just leave that on, tune it to the room, put it on the table, and wait.
Roll a 20-sided die, Dave.
That would be a 3.
Oh shit.
And we are gonna kill it.
404 device not found.
Got the kill.
You better hope the role playing sustains us.
Oh man. Well, you have to reboot it, but it reboots fine.
Damn. Got no freaking signal around here. What the hell? What is your Wi-Fi router?
You asking about the bartender?
Yes, the bartender. Where's your Wi-Fi router?
He just looks. Fucked if I know, man. You want a drink?
Just give me a Sprite.
I'll
This
be right
real
back.
thin ginger looks like he just got out of prison. He's got prison tats down the left side of his face. He's wearing a tuxedo. He might actually be tethered to the bar. So, all right. So I'll let you have a seat, and if anybody here has to declare any other magical events or actions, send it to me in private chat. Use the Discord. Who else? Who was next? Who's next after 19?
I was 15.
Anybody higher than 15? Tracy, you're next.
Well, it's great without having a character yet.
It's all improv.
So I think I will be Lindsay Mullen from Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I'd say maybe early 30s, late 20s. Fine, fine enough looking, like very bubbly and dressed in just like a casual dress. And I think I will be a medium. Is anyone else being a medium?
Anybody gonna make the joke? No? Good.
I thought about it.
Okay.
Wait,
And
I don't get what's the joke.
It's just you could be a small, medium, at large.
Everybody
am
gets 50
a-
points for your restraint.
I am a small medium because I'm very little. I look a lot younger than I am. And I have toxic positivity.
Toxic.
Oh no!
This would be fun.
Yeah. So I
What is your-
hope nobody has a case of the Mondays.
Oh, we are not
Tracy,
gonna
what is
get along.
your PB and your MA and PB on your character sheet? The 8 characteristics that you rolled up.
I didn't yet do
You
that
didn't do
yet.
those. Okay, let's take care of that. Right? Do you have your dice handy?
I use my. I'm such a geek that I have a dice roller on my
Yeah, you
phone.
do. Yeah,
Okay.
you do.
Roll 3d6 for me.
3. Oh God. A 2, a 2, and a 1.
Wow. Okay. Let's
can-
do that again.
I
Okay.
can feel my mojo just seeping through the Zoom.
Wow.
All right, let's try again. 5, 2, 1.
Okay, that's toxic. All right. All right. So when you arrive, are you arriving to check in and take your bags up, or are you just coming in? Are you,
I was already up in my room, so I'm coming down to the meeting.
okay. Going right into the pub?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You walk in probably just after.
Boye.
Yeah. Boy.
Aboye! Aboye Akuru!
He's Hikaru Sulu is parked over on the other side of the office or the pub.
Aboye.
Boye Sulu. Okay.
Akuru.
I'll get that. And He's the only person there except for the bartender, and
Well-
it looks like the guy behind the desk has hidden himself back in. There's a little alcove where he's feeding himself coffee intravenously. So you walk
I'm gonna
in.
get a Yingling.
Okay. The
Light.
bartender looks at you suspiciously. He kind of gives you elevator eyes, but that seems like the kind of person he is. And you just ask for a Yingling?
Mm-hmm. Well, can I get a Yingling? Do you have a Yingling light?
He kind of pauses for a moment as if he's working out what that means. Then he looks around and sees a refrigerator and opens it up and says, "I've got natural ice in a can." That
But
work?
not light.
It's a blue can. It's got beer in it.
All right, that's fine. I'll just didn't need that on my hips, but that's fine.
Okay. You want a glass? We could be fancy.
No, I don't need a glass.
Okay.
Thank you.
Cracks open the thing and it kind of foams. He just kind of slaps it down without a coaster or anything else. And you notice that there are taps, but there's a little bit of dust over top of all of them. And there are no spirit bottles behind the bar at all. And he just kind of waits as though expecting something.
How much do I owe you?
Nothing. It's
Okay. I'm gonna put a $2 down on the bar.
Oh, he brightens up to you. You're his new best friend. Hey, look.
That's
Thank you
my
very
boo.
much, lady. You're awesome. That's the
Oh,
best
thank you. You're
$2 I've
so
owned today.
sweet.
Okay.
Of sunshine.
And he backs away from the bar as though the transaction's complete. But he keeps watching you. Just with a kind of a greasy little smile on his face.
Ew. I guess I'm gonna turn around and see someone else in there. So I'm gonna go up and be like, "Hi, are you the person I'm supposed to meet? I'm Lindsay."
Well, hold on for just a second. I'm gonna pause you, Tracy,
Okay.
and go to the next person.
I'm gonna look at character stuff.
Actually, just real quick, Jay, did
Yeah.
I get a spike on the meter when she came in? Detect psionic?
Not is it unidirectional or is it omnidirectional?
Dude, this is your game. I don't know.
Okay.
You tell me. The idea is it emulates the detect psionic ability of the sensitive psychics, of the healing psychics.
You get a spike, but the monitor that you have is it's kind of a range and intensity detector, kind of a PKE. But if it is what you're detecting is not in her direction, let's put it that way. You get a ginormous spike coming from a completely different direction. That
Damn.
it is a sudden and sharp spike that might just be an anomaly.
Crap.
But it did coincide with her walking
Arrival.
up to the bar, as if roll 20-sided dice. Die.
15.
Okay. That spike may have been in response to her, or it might have been just a glitch.
A coincidence.
Unless you want to invoke another perception or skill that might help you.
Not at this time.
Okay. All right. After Tracy, we have who's got the next lit.
I had a
score?
9.
Got 10.
David. I'm sorry. Shelby.
I had 10.
Okay, Shelby, your turn.
So my character is Alcina May, and I am pretty pale, with white hair. Very, very pale, actually. And I'm going to be walking in and going up to the bar.
Okay.
And
As you walk in, Tracy's turning Tracy's character is turning away from the bar and looking in the direction of the only other person there. So please proceed. I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm going to then intercept Tracy. Or, sorry, what was your character?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Intercept Lindsay and talk to her.
Okay.
Right? Is that a thing? No?
Totally
Yeah.
a thing.
Totally a thing.
Nothing but a thing.
How are you approaching her?
Silently?
Violently?
I said silently.
Oh, okay.
We can do
Damn.
violently.
Violently.
Silence comes before the violence.
Talk about off to the races, Jesus.
Wow. What is it?
I need to get there soon. I need to see this. I'm gonna throw down on round 1. Let's
Woke up
go.
today and chose violence, Jesus.
It's a cat fight in the Irish pub.
Woohoo!
All right. And to be clear, Dave, for your perception, Shelby's character was not in the direction of that spike either, but walked in just as the spike dissipated.
Very good. And nothing on Shelby?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Shelby, proceed. How would you like to interact with her? Just
Please don't hit me.
I'm going to pass my head to the side and just smile and say hi.
Oh my god, I didn't even see you there. Hi.
Are you the person I'm supposed to talk to?
I was going to see if that guy was the person we were supposed to talk to. I have no idea. I'm Lindsay. And I put my hand out. And I'm a little bouncy.
I'm going to stare at her again with my head cocked and say I'm Alcina.
Hi. So I'm going to go talk to that guy now.
Character's going to walk to a table and just sit down.
And I'm going to go to the... I'm not going to lie, she's a little freaky.
Oh, you should come join us. Come, you. Hey, come join us. Come join us. You come sit around the table. Plenty of room.
okay. That the gauntlet has been thrown.
And he stands up. I am Aboye Makuru. Please sit down. Be comfortable. This is a Sprite. There is no alcohol in it, just so you know.
Hi, Aboye. I'm Lindsay. This is a beer. Have you had a beer?
Yes, I know what beer is. I just
Oh.
don't drink it. Thank you.
Okay.
Where's the...
And Aboye will cock his head to the side. Hello?
Oh, hi. I'm Alcina.
Asima, nice to meet you. Are you here for the Enterdyne Communications audition as well?
Yes.
Excellent. Me too.
So what do you guys do?
Aboye will turn around, show you the front plate of the gear that he's got, and dials and bars and wah. And I'm a technician.
I see, that looks really cool.
That was
Thank
the
you.
most violent
It is.
explanation.
And then I look at Athena.
I am a historian.
I'm a medium. I talk to dead people. Don't be freaked out. It's totally cool.
All the time?
Sometimes when I don't want to hear things, I do. But I have pretty good control on it, I think.
Have you tried recording it? Does it record?
Oh, I don't know a lot about that technology.
We should talk. Or better yet, we should talk to your dead people together. I have an idea about how we can make sounds transmit across the medium of death. And it requires a particle phase transistor. And he goes off into babble speak.
Yeah, and I just nod.
It would be amazing. We should talk.
That's a good point of departure. David, bringing you into the hotel lobby.
I
I walk in. I'm just average looking guy. Pair of khaki pants, white button down shirt, and somewhat thread worn sport coat. Got a notebook in my hand that's just kind of hanging down. I walk in. I start to approach the front desk, but I kind of see that you said he was hidden a little bit, right? He's got that leering kind of, you don't want to come here. Look.
Yeah.
So I turn and I peer towards the bar, and I just kind of cock my head to the bar while looking at the front desk.
This looks like the kind of place that you would want to investigate. It has all the trappings of having been closed for a while. There's dust. There's not a lot. It doesn't look like an ancient site, but it certainly looks like it's been closed for business quite a long time.
Definitely the site of some murders, almost certainly.
Yeah. It reminds you of places you've been, and I don't know if that makes you feel comfortable or uneasy.
Am I hearing any noise coming from the bar area?
Oh yeah, there's conversations. There's a very animated conversation coming from at least one person in the bar. It's a gentleman who's with two ladies, and they look intrigued but baffled.
So you said there was what was the opposite direction of the bar?
The laundry. There's a corridor that goes in the opposite direction. If your desk is in the center, you turn right, you go to the bar. You turn left, you go down a hallway that's labeled for fitness, business, laundry, rooms, etc.
I'm going to take out a pencil and scribble a quick little bar, front desk, laundry,
Okay.
and directions. And then I'm going to head towards the laundry.
Okay. The guy at the front desk just kind of peeks at you as you go, kind of looking at like you might be going in the wrong direction. The voices behind them in the bars tend to fade. Off to one side, there's a dust-covered bay window that overlooks a covered pool. To the left, there is a vending machine and ice machine that were there, but there's just the dirt that's underneath them now. The laundry's the same way. There's no equipment. That's the next door down. And then there's a business center. And then it turns left and heads toward a row of really ordinary-looking rooms. But at the end, there's the usual fire stairs, and then a landing, and then a kind of a grander stair that goes down that you could kind of see from a distance. If you walk about 20 feet, you'll get to the top of a set of stairs that seem to turn and spiral downward.
All right.
It goes into darkness.
About the lack of laundry and vending, and kind of again, not laundry, stairs, and then I'm going to turn back and head towards the bar.
Okay. So heading down this corridor, the further you go on the first floor, it smells like somebody hastily tried to clear the funk out of the air.
So bleachy, kind
Like
of.
somebody Febrezed the shit out of this hallway. And when you
So they
down,
sprung for Febreze.
Yes, spare no expense. Once you get about halfway down, you see that there's a men's room and a ladies' room that have been chained shut. Like a chain has been looped through the handles of the doors and tightened up, a bit of the padlock. And once you get to the end, as the further down you go, the less natural light there is, because the windows on that side have been covered up with tarp. And actually, when you further you get down there, about 30 or 35 feet, you realize that the corridor breaks off right. But it goes into a very musty, dark place where tables are covered in tarps. To the left is that spiral stair, that rotating staircase that glides down and into darkness. Looks kind of foreboding. The only other door there is the fire stairs that are connected to a fire door. There's nothing really that you see offhand, unless you want to do any specific investigating or employ any skills or talents you have.
I don't think at this point I want to do that. I'm going to make another couple notes and then head back towards the lobby to the bar.
Okay, I'm gonna pause you there. I'm going to go to Eric.
Actually, can I just interject real quick, Jay?
Sure.
The ghost of Bill Murray keeps popping in
Oh,
over
shit.
your head.
I'm
It is
sorry.
so cool. It is like, oh my God, that is so you.
I will cover that up with a bag. I did that for Point. I completely forgot he was floating in
There
the
he
air.
is. Boom,
there
there he
he
showed
is.
up. You're haunted by Bill Murray. I'm sorry.
I thought it was super appropriate. I was just gonna let it ride.
What? What did he have to say? Okay, Eric.
You're saying that we didn't get to travel. How? I was a bit confused on the travel.
Okay.
How are we supposed to get to this place? Am I supposed to drive there from the Berg?
In your case, yeah, it would be assumed that you either a car was sent because it's that close for you, or you drove yourself. It's up to you.
Probably drove myself because no one would want to come pick me up.
Okay. Well, they offered.
Oh, if they offered, I'm in. I'm doing that.
Everybody was offered the most convenient way to get there.
I'll take the car.
Okay.
I'm good with that because that means I don't have to worry about driving. And or the $55 it's going to cost to get across the turnpike now.
Yeah.
Are we metagaming now? Is that what we're doing?
Maybe.
It's not metagaming.
I'm glad you said that, Eric. So I'm going to pause here and just say they sent you a car, and you were picked up in a fairly decent new car. It looks like 2 years old, but it's a random luxury sedan from Germany. Whatever. The guy driving it looks like he just walked out of a Western. He's about 5'4". He's wearing a cowboy hat, flannel, and denim. He looks like the comic book version of Wolverine if he were a cowboy. He's got the long mutton chops. He's got the look of "don't fuck with me." He's very polite with you, but doesn't really talk. He just kind of opens the door, points, and waits. And he doesn't talk to you at all unless you engage him on the way up.
Nope. No interest in talking to this dude. Don't like people that much.
Okay.
Cool that he doesn't want to talk. Way to rock the Wolverine. Let me know when we get there.
He drops you off, but then parks nearby and comes into the hotel with you. Or after you, I should say.
I was going to say with me. Escort all the way?
Yeah. So he's parked his car, and he kind of gives you your space, so it's not like he's
cool
stalking you. But he's definitely staying in this hotel.
We're supposed to meet in the pub, right?
Yep.
I'm vaguely on time?
Yeah, I'll put you there about the time we're discussing now with the characters that have been here yet before. So there's
you
walk into the
vaguely
lobby,
on
there's a
time. I'll
conversation
take it.
off to your right in the pub. Someone's speaking animated. You kind of catch the coattails of a guy making a left turn and heading down the hall. And your attention is distracted by this real creep behind the front desk. But there might be the promise of booze off to the right. If you like natural ice.
Oh. I am headed for the bar because I don't have to drive.
Okay.
And I plan on taking my toll money to task. We're going to save that money and bring it right to the bar.
Alrighty then.
Okay, so
State'll get it one way or another, by God.
What anyone that's there will probably see is a guy who doesn't look like he's there for an audition or an interview. Doesn't look like he's there. Wow, an echo.
That was an
Sorry
awesome
about that.
I love it. I am figuring out the psychic nature of this channel already. I will time travel back to you. Hold on. No, he's maybe average height-ish, 5'7", 5'8", something like that, but quite stout would be a word. He's wearing, it's not really flannel, it's like a light sort of business flannel, if you will, with one corner of it untucked. He's got on jeans and sneakers, and he's got a bag over his shoulder, and that's pretty much it. One headphone dangling down, phone in his pocket, straight to the bar. Bro,
Nice.
what you
see
got?
The creepy, thin ginger guy in a tux. He looks at you and goes, "I got that chick a beer. You want a beer?"
Rock on. How much?
Eh.
Pumped.
$5. He says to you.
Oh,
He walks to the refrigerator, grabs a can out.
fine.
You
Give
want
me
a glass?
2. No, give me 2.
Oh,
Throw him a 10.
$20. He just plants them down in front of you.
Wow, you need to work on your math, brother. Pop them both.
Two. Okay.
Fine.
They just foam up because they're not exactly the coldest.
Oh, not even cold. You got any glasses in a freezer?
He glitches.
His brain shorts out for a moment.
Wow.
You're asking too many
good to know.
complicated questions.
He
Good to know
opens-
this place is going top shelf. Bleh. Take that one back. I'll
He
take one
opens
with me.
the ice bin, and immediately you get a sense of mold coming over the wafting over the bar. He immediately closes it and makes a face like he's never seen the inside of that before.
Oh, this is no.
That's
no.
that's
I'll
that. Ugh.
I'll stick with the can. Thanks.
All right, you do you. And he just kind of sits back and leans against the bar.
Turn around. Everything good scratch? There's people here. I wonder if that's who I'm supposed to meet. Let's go find out.
Okay. You guys at the table see this guy approaching.
Good evening. Are you here for the Enterdyne audition?
Is that who it is? Yes. I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh, you
Have a
guys
seat.
aren't.
Have a
You
seat.
guys are here
Join
to
us.
audition too. You're not the meeting person.
No.
No, I don't
we-
think they're here yet.
God, I hope not.
Oh, cool. I'm not late. That's a good start.
No, certainly not.
Dave,
Yeah,
your thing just went ping.
on him.
In general, not
In
necessarily on him, but it didn't come in. It didn't happen right as he walked in or as he approached. As he started speaking, yeah, you get a reading of low level but persistent psychokinetic energy within a 30-yard radius, equivalent to. Let's see. I just need to do one more check here. Equivalent to when certain parapsychologists have measured a spike upon the instant death of someone in the immediate area.
And you see a boy suddenly become very focused on the gear that he's got.
I'm going to send you a private message, Dave.
Okay.
I'm sure that will help clear things up.
A gear guy. I like it.
Total tech.
What's your name?
Jake,
Hi, I'm Lindsay. Where are you from?
out at the Capitol.
I came down from Scranton.
Well, at least they're trying to source local for this work.
You know,
That
I
doesn't-
didn't think about that. That's really good point.
Doesn't happen very often. Hard to land a good gig around here.
Oh my God, I have been trying so hard. I'm really excited about this. This might be my last chance because I think my mom, I don't think she's going to let me live with her anymore unless I get a real job. So, fingers crossed.
There is so much energy in the room right now. I don't need a special device to pick up that energy. Jesus Christ.
Okay, and I'm going to pause you guys there. I don't know, Dave, if this clears it up. I'm going to have you make a D20 roll.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, what'd you get?
18.
Oh, shit. Okay, that's going to be another one.
He knows all.
1
On you.
hour into this, Holden, be prepared to start yours. What's that, Dave?
No, I'm casting out the evil eye of Eric against my dice. So,
Okay.
in between the devil's horns.
All right. Holden, you're up. I'm going to send a quick message and listen in the background.
Sure. I am driving there myself because I don't have the energy to have to wait on other people to drive me if I need to leave here. So I step into the front lobby. I am a young kid, about 19 years old, but I'm pretty tall, about a little over 6 foot, and I'm kind of a big bit of a huskier kid. I have got some heavier clothes. Arms are bundled up around a laptop. I've got a pretty big backpack just slung over my shoulders, and I'm just briefly look at the dude who's hiding behind the bar, or not behind the bar, behind the counter up front.
Yeah.
You see, he doesn't want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to him. I can hear other people talking. I'm just gonna walk straight by. Just walk straight by the guy, walk into the bar, and just kind of look around for a moment. I see the group over there. There's nobody else in the bar. I can't drink, so I don't even worry about the bar. So I'm just going to move and go directly, make my way over towards the other group of people that seem to be, at least here.
And David, as he does this, you're coming back around the corner, and the sounds are starting to come back into clarity. You can overhear what they're saying. But Holden and the rest of the group, please feel free to interact.
Jake, did you see anything strange in the lobby when you came in?
How do you define strange?
I'm not that weird.
I'm getting some very strange readings, and I'm not sure what to do about it.
I'm not sure what you're trying to detect with that.
It detect. You're muted, Tracy. By the way.
Yeah, I just figured it out.
Okay, very good. So I'm getting readings very much like either an angry spirit or someone just died close by. I'm not sure. I'm still fine tuning to get a good read on it, but there's been a spike of psychic energy all around here.
Would DM, would I be able to roll on basic electronics to just at least get an idea of what that machine is, just from a cursory look? Even if not specific, just an idea of what it might do.
Roll 2d10. Also, Tracy, roll 20-sided and 2d10.
Okay.
Okay.
Would I be able to detect this energy with just knowing the energy that's surrounding me?
Roll d20.
Have I made it to the bar yet?
You're at the doorway.
13.
Okay, Shelby?
13.
Holden?
59.
There's definitely, especially now that the words have been spoken, you all definitely feel a change in the mood of the room, as though a physical presence has manifested itself in a very distant and fleeting way, as though all of you feel at the same time, including everybody at this bar, everybody in this room. You get that feeling that you have something that urgently you need to fix, but you can't remember what it was. Like you're trying to think, I left something behind that I had to deal with back at the house, but for the life of me, I can't remember.
What's that noise?
It involves. Holden,
Does
I think you
anybody
need
else
to
hear
mute.
that?
Somebody's playing something in the background.
Yeah, I
There's a
think
video or something else running.
it sounds like Holden's roommates, but he's muted now.
Sorry.
Was I pontificating?
Sorry.
No, definitely a feeling as though somebody's upset with you and you need to make it right.
Not kidding.
Nah.
So
Does anyone else feel that? Hey, yeah. Don't like me. Rattles off something in the phone.
Now he is matching.
Aye.
Would I be able to purify our area?
We can try that, sure. Let me pull up the.
So while all this is going on, I'm gonna take out my phone because I don't have a camera with me. Because I figured it was an audition. We didn't need to have the camera set and anything else with me. And I'm just going to start to record. Just going to set it on the table next to me. And just start to record. This is
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah.
Whoa.
No!
Okay. We just lost somebody. We lost
We
Dave.
lost Dave.
We lost Dave.
Been
Oh,
sucked into
it's
the void.
It's your meter!
Sucked him right up. You're next.
Wow. Shelby, you rolled the 1 and you eliminated one of the players from the game completely. Congratulations.
That's awesome.
Completely erased him from existence, actually. So everybody else
I'm
on your
trying
best
to pull up the
behavior.
rules here.
Oops. My bad.
Oops.
You just proton packed poor Eric.
Not me!
Bye-bye.
Jay, I have a question I'm going to send over in Discord, okay?
Okay. Did we already bore David?
I guess.
It might have been a connection thing.
Was it
Yeah.
was my positivity too toxic?
Too toxic? Was it? Was it though?
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Getting
dear.
thrown down here.
We're going to have to be on opposite sides of whatever part of this program we're working on.
And what exactly are you auditioning for, Jake?
Cameraman. I carry Steadicam because I can carry a Steadicam.
Very good.
I hear a voice resonating from the beyond. And he's coming into focus.
He's on his phone now. Hi, Dave.
Oh, let me tell you. I heard Holden say something about. I thought somebody said not gonna, and then, well, let's see. Can I show you? Can I? Yeah.
Dead laptop.
My entire Surface Pro just blue screened. Oh, look, it's coming
Oh.
back.
Yay!
Oh, but can
You
we?
made your saving throw.
Yeah.
Can
Well,
we time out for that one for a second? So in the day job, I've run into this. You need to look at the last Windows update that went in
Yeah.
and take that one back out, and then pause the updates until next patch Tuesday.
I got you. Yeah, this is one of two I have set up right now for two different jobs. I have basically the same model. One of them still works, and I don't think it got the update, and the one is rebooting now, and I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, we struggled with that. It was doing all kinds of weirdness. I would do things like I would hit print, and the entire thing would just blue screen.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a mess. Sorry, I'm back.
Cool. So I don't know what happened.
No more day job stuff. We've made a lot of jokes about the little meter going off and you disappeared.
Yep.
The little meter said, "Ooh, it's like somebody died," and then you went, "Boop."
Yeah, well, as soon as Jay said that, I was like, great, I'm the only one not in the room, so guess who dies?
Little did you know you needed the backup character right away.
Actually, I'm very curious about this short teenager who just walked in with death energy radiating off his body.
Antisocial.
Look at this. Holy crap, look at this. There's not black all around him. He's not happy.
Okay.
You're purified now.
I feel
All
better.
right, Shelby, I'm still working on purification.
Oh, I thought that was the result of it.
What did I purify? Well, we got rid of Dave, so I mean,
I can't purify some Kawiak is gone.
But I was a nice person.
I'm gonna say if there's any purification, it's gonna want to be me. It'll be all right.
So Holden, are you coming in to join this group of reprobates that have gathered around a table?
yeah, it's just kind of looking for like an open seat that's not too close to anybody.
Aboye will pull one of the chairs over from another one and just push it off to one side a little bit.
Absolutely, I will just set the backpack back down behind them. Thank you very much. And just sit down. I'm still just kind of bundled around the laptop, whether it's cold outside or not.
I know that feeling. Ooh, Acer 216. Has that got the new turbo boost RAM settings on it?
Yes, I
Good.
use it sometimes whenever I'm focusing on. Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Are you bullshitting or are you role playing this right
Yes. Listen, you're asking me to play first. Listen, I'm playing first generation.
now? Yes, have some.
Yes, please. I'm not even good with English or my native language, so I mean, I'm working with what I got, man.
Okay.
You wanna do a perception roll on a D20, Holden? See if you can answer that question legitimately,
Shut
or are you
up.
just gonna bullshit?
No,
Okay.
that's the so like, dude. I gotta. What was it? It was what was this? Is it MA for how much people like you, or is it PB or?
MA is mental affinity. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a 14. I don't even know if that's good or not. I just don't like talking with new people.
For this group, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Trust me on that.
Fuck. Please don't make me have to be the social one. I don't even speak my own native language correctly.
I think we found the host.
That won't be a problem.
So
Oh,
what's
man.
your name?
I am Itsurami Moyatoma. You can call me Jimmy.
Why Jimmy?
I would like
Jimmy
to see.
Melanoma?
Jimmy Melanoma?
It's a lot easier for people to pronounce than Itsurami Moyatoma. So
I've
just
been thinking of changing my name to Dennis. I know exactly what you mean.
just call me Jimmy.
I don't think you give people enough credit. I can totally say it's Surami Nayatobi.
Jimmy.
Right.
Atsumoya.
Okay. Just an update. The feeling that you just had dissipates over the course of about 30 seconds or so. As it peels away from the room, all of you feel a slight chill down your spine.
I just did my little chill move.
Quick question. Just because I have like I'm completely closed off to everything supernatural. Do I feel that?
Nope, you don't.
All right, cool. It's this nice insulating jacket.
Must be.
It's warm and antisocial.
However, thank you for pointing that out.
It's warm and antisocial.
Give yourself 20 experience points. But you also get the perception that your arrival caused this kind of discomfort in them.
That's reasonable.
It makes you feel a little awkward around them.
That's reasonable and evident.
So
Go ahead.
I suspect I don't think I get it either.
You see your...
Being who Jake is.
Let me pull your character sheet up.
Oh, don't be coy. Who is Jake? We're all learning the game here.
Jake is a nega psychic.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't either.
No, he doesn't. No.
Nega psychics
He's-
and ordinary people don't have any. We're pretty much blind to all things
Yeah.
supernatural.
He is like a heat sink of the supernatural. He's like,
Yeah.
no,
Why isn't my thing working? What the hell?
not,
So-
not getting it.
It's a
So
good
then why
opportunity-
are you here?
I'm a cameraman and this pays.
Fair enough.
I've kind of looked at all your different variations of your characters as you came up to it. So if I'm looking at a character that you've abandoned, just feel free to correct me. I might be on version 1.0 and you're on 5.0.
Jay, do you want to? I've got these other characters. Do you want me to bring them in, or do you just want to keep going with the boy?
Let's just keep going with the one. We're almost around the horn. I want to give David a chance to join the group.
Okay. Yes. Good point.
And when we've got about 45 minutes, I want to get the phase 2 of this started. So they're late. They're delayed.
Cool.
Somewhere.
Actually, Marcane is always late. That's just how he rolls.
Hey, David, you're back in the bar.
All right, I take a look around and I see several people gathered, and I'm wondering what's going on. So I'm going to go walk over and introduce myself. Hi, I'm Colin. I'm here for the thing.
Hi, Colin.
Oh, I was hoping you were the one we were supposed to meet.
Yes, we're all waiting to meet them.
Now
Any word from anyone?
Nope.
No, it's just been us.
And now it's just awkward.
And
Yeah.
strange psychic things have been going
Yeah,
on.
there was a spooky feeling a minute ago, but that's gone. So
Sorry.
Psychic things, huh? Okay.
A major, at least a 7.5 PKE transgression about three minutes ago.
It's offended my spiritual vibes.
I'm gonna have to get better with my deep
Well,
speak.
so seriously, you need to seize the interactive vortals on that, and I think that will help.
Interactive what?
Vortals.
I'd like to roll for bullshitting, please.
I do not know these vortals. What are they?
It's very, very technical. And we can delve into that if you'd like.
let's wait on that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about disintermediate 24/7 models, we can really dive in, and we can embrace some wearable schemas with this. And
Nothing you're saying makes sense, man. I'm just saying, nothing you're saying is making any sense.
Right, so on that note, you hear kind of a light commotion coming from the lobby. Doors are opening, and people have very hard shoes on hardwood floors.
Sitting up very straight and straightening my dress.
I'll put my feet up.
Anybody want to take any action or look for something or do something before I do the next thing?
I'm gonna look out into the lobby.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing since I'm just about in the doorway.
Okay.
I'm going to talk to Nell, my spirit guide, and ask her to wish me luck.
Okay. You may not have time for that, but
Do you have a pet rock that's faster?
we might do that. Whenever I hesitate like that, this is my tell. If I give you the opportunity to do something, at the very least you want to try and do is a perception roll.
Just looking.
That's
You
what
can
it's
opt
called.
out. It's entirely up to you if you don't want to do it.
I want to do
Perception
a perception roll.
I was gonna ask for my own translation. Does looking in the lobby not count as a perception roll? Or at least
No, I mean looking is you look, you see, unless you're blind, in which case.
Okay, then I would like to
can't.
do a perception roll.
Okay. A perception roll is something that's not obvious. You can't naturally perceive with your five senses.
Oh.
Something that just kind of occurs to you when you put two and two together.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's your unconscious mind helping you.
So in the game system, certain abilities and certain things give you bonuses to your perception. Do those bonuses apply to these rolls?
Yes. Yes.
Are these rolls percentiles or are they 20-siders?
They're 20-siders.
But the bonuses are geared towards percentiles, are they not, or are they?
Mainly if you're doing a specific skill. This is a generic perception roll. So that's typically done on a 20-sider.
Right.
And
Cool.
the intensity or the modifier is on me based on how small that detail is.
Okay. Very
So
good.
if you declare something specific if you want to do an independent skill that allows you to find
Okay.
traps.
A boy has +2 to his perceptions, +4 if I'm looking for mechanical shit.
Okay.
So
Just everybody who wants to roll a 20-sider now.
I have no modifiers yet, having not made my character. That I rolled a 4, so it wouldn't matter if I did. I'm checking my makeup.
Boy, that
Talking
I
carpet looks like
have no
shit.
modifier,
Mhm.
but I rolled a 16.
Okay. Hold that.
I rolled a
I have
16 with a modifier.
Okay.
You're cool.
11, no modifier.
Okay. Holden, are you frozen or just waiting?
No, I'm just very sad. I rolled another one.
My God.
You need to change out your dice.
Listen,
Mother!
listen, no, it's only because I'm wearing a red shirt. That's the only reason.
I like it.
Listen, it's gonna
Good.
be between Eric or me who dies first.
Sweet.
Well, to be fair, Picard wore a red shirt too.
Yeah.
Thank God
Holden-
for Picard.
Holden, your character forgot his room number.
Yeah, it's. Oh, the people are here. Where was I supposed to go? Shit.
Dave and David, you hear him. The building begins a mechanical hum that wasn't there before. It's almost imperceptible. It's in the distance behind the bar, but it doesn't sound. It sounds unusual, and that's the best I can give you with the roll that you had.
Okay.
Things are and the perception is things are in motion, and so be on guard.
A boy stands up and grabs his backpack.
Okay.
I don't like
David?
that.
He's looking around.
I'm looking around and I'm gonna pull. Oh, I can't remember what it was. Nebbit. I'm gonna pull. Well, I'm gonna put my hand on a crowbar that I have under my jacket.
Okay. All right.
Ready for action.
Okay. In short order, 3 people enter the pub from the lobby. The first is a short guy in denim and flannel, a cowboy hat with a big buckle. Looks like he was just imported from Texas. But you kind of get the impression he's not from Texas because they have Texas shit all over their stuff. And there's no Texas to be found. So you're thinking maybe Wyoming or Montana. The second guy in is tall and a blonde, dirty blonde hair. And he's got what you would call a working class suit. He's kind of the guy who walks through a construction project as a foreman or a supervisor. He's a little bit more dressed up. He's got a blazer and jeans, but they're fancy. The short guy looks pissed off, but that seems to be his resting pissed off face. The other guy, the tall, looks like he kind of looks at each of you in turn. Blanks, not really blank, but just a neutral gaze. He's kind of like looking at you just to kind of get a sense of who you are. And they each take a spot on one side or the other of the entryway of the lobby and into the pub. And they take their place like guards. And they kind of look at each other and kind of speak in that weird, we've worked together for years kind of way. So you get a clear sense that they know each other pretty well. And between them walks in this, you're not really sure what you're seeing walk in. You know that it's about 6'6". It's pale with piercing blue eyes, short silver cropped hair, and a white power suit. Very androgynous, almost a Tilda Swinton, if Tilda Swinton was in a funhouse mirror and was 6.5 feet tall. And she walks in as though she owns the place, which possibly she does. He does. They do. They do. I'm going to get my pronouns correct here. Definitely a they, them. This person walks in and without looking at any of you, grabs a chair, places it where they want it, sits down. Once that has happened, the 2 men grab the chair. Now that they know where they're supposed to sit, grab chairs and sit one side or the other of her. Them. God damn it. I'm going to do this all night. So there's a lull in the conversation. None of them speak.
Silence falls.
This tall, weird person just looks ahead, and the sandy-haired guy in the casual suit or the worker blue collar suit looks at you and goes, "Thank you all for coming. My name is Halliburton. This is my pal Duke. We represent the Intertime Communications Corporation. We're here to discuss the terms of this project, the benefits and expectations, deliverables, and whatnot. And we look forward to working with you collectively and individually. He looks at Duke as though Duke has something to say. Duke doesn't.
So does that mean we got the job?
He looks at you. No, not yet. This is the discussion about where you fall into the plan. We have a place for all of you. You have to be comfortable, but you also have to know that this is a very high-pressure job. I don't believe any of you have ever worked in the entertainment industry before. So we want to discuss what is expected. And if you're comfortable, certainly our terms of employment will be comfortable as well. So he kind of goes into his pocket and pulls out a couple of documents. If I can find the documents. Oh, and excuse me, I apologize. This is Carrie Vaughn, Senior Vice President of New Media Programming. They will be discussing the particulars once they have assessed your viability for this project. He goes back to his papers. Jeez. This is a pilot agreement. We will decide what positions you will all have in this pilot episode of a potential 5-episode deal with an extension for 4 weeks if we achieve satisfactory results. As of today, you are all on a $60 a day per diem. Your travel expenses and accommodations will be covered, and you will each receive an additional $420 to gather supplies and equipment. Depending on what position you decide to hold or that we give you, there will be an additional fee given you for per diem and for other expenses. And so he's reading. Duke is kind of just looking around, looking at each of you. He's basically looks like he's waiting for one of you to strike. But that seems to be his normal default state. Carrie is very aloof, like she's communicating with the elder gods while this is going on. She's in a different business meeting altogether. And so it seems like Halliburton's the guy you're going to be talking with for the most of this conversation.
I asked Halliburton, not Halliburton, what the terms are, what the position entails.
Well, you will be producing a reality television series that investigates supernatural events, occurrences. We are not a skeptic show. We are very much about the reality of supernatural events, and therefore that is the path that this crew will follow. You will choose from one of 3, possibly 4 locations to investigate. We will create a narrative, and that narrative will be produced as an audio-visual production that will be streamed live upon our network. And then he just kind of hits stop on that replay.
Cool.
What are the positions you have?
I will refer you to the Help Wanted a flyer that was handed out earlier. We are looking for positions. This is referencing the Facebook document, the file that's there, if you have it handy.
Yeah, okay.
We're all on computers. We can have it handy.
Yes. We're looking, basically goes into the spiel. We're looking for a host. We're looking for a backup host. We're looking for technical people to operate 1 of 2, possibly 3 cameras. Somebody to edit in the truck, as he calls it. And then he needs somebody to basically drive, move heavy equipment, and provide security. Preferably, he would like to cast or assign somebody now to do makeup, wardrobe, or be a runner. But he definitely needs a supernatural expert or a historian, some academic that can lend credibility to this project as well. So he doesn't even seem to know who he wants for what. He's very much a, what do you guys want to do, sort of. How do you want to play on this field? What position on the team you want to play? He will just finish up by saying, there's a host, and then there's the junior host who is like the understudy in case the host dies, goes mad, or just runs off.
That an
The host-
option?
It has happened. The junior host is more of an academic, more of the thoughtful host who relates the backstory and interviews the man on the street, whereas the host, it becomes a mysterious figure, someone who is the figurehead who speaks in those weird, mysterious low tones that engage people, almost a Dave Robinson type. But not necessarily a Dave type. So, I mean, what do you want out of this experience, and how can we make it palatable for you? That's essentially the end of his speech.
Is he speaking to all of us in general, or
Yeah,
in response to me?
He responds to you, but to the group. He doesn't seem to be connecting to any one person. When he matches eyes, he's looking through you. And one other thing, Dave, can you roll 2d10 for me?
Sure. Actually, which Dave?
Yeah.
Not David. David? Dave.
Me.
Robeson.
Yes.
Got
Yes.
it. 2d10.
Yes.
That would be a 9 and a 3.
You just rolled a 93.
I did.
He is killing it tonight. The horns are working for you, brother. Keep it rolling.
I'm going to send you a private message.
Okay.
Do we have to fill out all of those positions with just us, or?
No, we can. OC, I'll say if we don't have anybody who's in a position, I'll just NPC it. But if you don't get the part that you want, you may want to jump into one until somebody dies, goes mad, or runs away.
And are we allowed to kind of have overlap?
Sure, if you want to agree to it.
Well, I was going to say that was my next question, because I can run another character. I can use my quote unquote backup and take one of the other positions. But my intent was
run them till they die.
To be one of, well, yeah, that was to be the camera operator. Which is where I was kind of headed with, because Jake is very much a behind the scenes kind of guy. And as you all get an opportunity, not just with his manners and mannerisms, but physically, as he's sitting there, he's just not attractive. Like,
it's coming off of him in waves.
It's not even that it's a specific thing. It's all of the little things that sort of add up to a terrifyingly nasty package. It's just like, sometimes it could be the smell,
so what
but
I'm
you're
hearing
not
is we
really
should stick
sure.
you in the van.
Dude, my physical beauty score is a 4.
Wow,
that's impressive.
Yeah. But I figured that sort of combines all of the other charismatic pieces, and add that together with the fact that he doesn't believe any of you.
As you guys are discussing this or mulling it over in your own heads, the ginger bartender walks over and hands out blank envelopes to each of you. Just lays it on the table.
I'll take an envelope.
Are they sealed?
Nope, they're just fold closed. Inside is a contract, and you know this because it says contract in bold, friendly letters across the top. Basically, it goes into detail about the technical requirements for participation, but the highlights are that if you sign on tonight with a particular role, you will receive a cash bonus of $5,000, $10,000 a week for each that represents a completed episode, with a 4-week contract. So $40,000, assuming you stay sane and don't run away. and a renewal option of up to 15 weeks at $12,000 to $15,000 a week, depending on the viability of the final product. So you've all just been Venmo'd $5,000.
I'm signing. I don't even care what I do.
Shelby.
Well, let me say you're about to be Venmo'd $5,000. It will be there upon signature on the contract. But there is a waiver of liability, obviously. And there's other stuff in there about we're going to pay for accommodations, food, whatever.
Aboye, it sees Tracy unwrapping and throwing the thing down, whipping out her pen. Aboye will nudge her gently and show him the screen on his monitor that's pointed at those three and point out that there's nothing there.
I'm then going to take my pen and point at the part where it says $5,000, $10,000, and sign.
Having seen the screen that Aboye had shown Lindsay, I'd like to roll for perception.
Okay.
Lindsay speaks dead people and money. Okay, fair enough.
Is that a
My
20?
mom is gonna kick me out if I don't get a job.
David, do you have any? Have you listed any parapsychologist skill that you would rather use that might be a little bit more specific? Or
I haven't gotten around to putting them down.
Oh,
fair enough. Roll 20, and I'll give you a modifier.
18.
While you can't really see the specific display, the visual and kind of the nonverbal cues that you're getting from those two mean that something really hinky is going on. That this is bad. Whatever he is showing her is bad.
And the boy isn't being subtle about hiding it from anybody else. He's just making sure they don't see it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could. I mean, it's. I want to give you every advantage on this roll, David, but I can't reveal that unless you roll the natural 20.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. And a lot of this, again, once we get all these character sheets up to date, obviously it will go a lot smoother. So thank you guys for rolling with us.
Hey, I'm going to stop my phone from recording, which I had been recording before.
Okay.
I'm going to check the memory on it, see if it's full yet. If it is, I'm going to pop in the other memory card that I have and start it rolling again.
I think you're in good shape. You're in good shape.
Start recording again.
Okay.
I just want to make sure. I'm just going to let it sit there so that we have evidence that we can come back to later.
Okay.
So, Halliburton, do you have all of the equipment that we are going to need? I mean, the
what
sheet as it was listed put up the ENT 4200 cam kit.
I did not.
But if you have a steady cam that if we're going to be investigating, that's something that I've actually done before. I have worked in certain actual entertainment pieces, backstage setup, all of that sort of thing. Definitely on board to make sure that we get the wide, the pan, whichever shots we need, wherever it needs to be.
He nods politely, looks through you, and he seems to be in agreement with this. But then he pans across the other in the group and again implies that this is a collective decision. It's almost like this is a test of unit cohesion.
Sure.
I want to call a timeout real quick.
Yeah.
Shelby, I realize this is metagaming. I just want to make sure we have all our bases covered. Do you have the history and the lore stuff covered with your character, do you think? Or is that you, Holden?
There's two of us if she does as well.
So I was gonna say I was figuring my character would know the history of the room, the past of the room that I was in.
Okay. But in terms of large mythologies and
for the
supernatural
expert.
stuff.
Yes.
So
you got that down?
There's a double whammy because we both have
Oh, that's
that.
good. Hey, having
Sorry,
double
was not following.
redundancies and backups is great. That's awesome. Jay, Aboye is going to stand up and give everybody his card and say, if you need me, you can reach me here, but fuck you all. You all are fucking demons. I'm out of here. And Aboye leaves.
Wow.
What?
That's bold.
My
Damn.
gonna giggle.
I am so glad I recorded that. Dude, I am signing right now, and I want a bonus for rolling this into the show.
Okay, he's getting up. And I'll say that Duke
Got it
just
all.
kind of follows you out with his eyes. Halliburton doesn't really do or say anything. And certainly Carrie's not responding at all.
What just happened?
Oh, there was nothing on his little TV thing.
And that's bad?
This just went Whedon-esque. Okay.
Is there his Aboyu actually left the bar at this point, or do I have time to kind of place a hand on his shoulder and say, "Can I have a word?"
Yeah, you can do that.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right, then I'm going to do that before he stomps off.
Yeah.
How do you respond, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where are you going to do?
What was that?
Where are you going to? Where are you going to? You guys going to sidebar this?
Yeah, I was going to sidebar with him real quick.
Where are you going to go?
Lobby?
Over to the bar.
No.
Okay.
No, there's something going on behind that bar, too. You heard it, too. I saw your body tense. Come on, out in the lobby.
All right. I'll go to the lobby with him.
Okay, great.
And I'll review what my readings were, and they have no souls. There's nothing there. There's no life in that room. Those three, they got nothing. There's nothing there. I don't know what's going on. Everyone else, yeah, I mean, everybody got a little spike. Not Llewellyn. What's her name?
Lindsay.
Lindsay got somebody following her around, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I thought you killed somebody. Something happened, but that might have been Jimmy Izurami, and Jake. Fuck, he's just a blank slate, but not like them. He's just I see him as nice. They're good people. That's why I gave them my card, because they're gonna get fucked if they hang out with those three.
So let me make a suggestion. You know what we're looking at in this situation. Do you feel comfortable leaving us to get fucked, or would you feel better trying to make sure that you were helping us not get fucked?
Dude, I told Lindsay there ain't nothing there, and she said, look at the money on the contract. I can't do nothing about that. I told you, I don't know what they are, but they ain't human. I know that. And you feel free to tell the rest of them to go take a walk, but I'm not responsible for them.
Why don't we? We're basically getting an offer to investigate paranormal activity at 4 different locations. At the same time, why don't we do a little paranormal investigating of them?
That you got my card for, man. You got my card.
It would be easier to do it from inside.
Bad juju in there. No way. And Dave, metagaming, I'm getting a Boyo out. I want to bring in one of my other characters.
I gotcha.
Just a quick question. Because we have his card, does that count as a contact? Because if you think I'm not about to fill in the contact section with the information on his card, you are mistaken.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. You have a Psi mechanic as a contact.
Hell yeah.
Based out of NYC, but yes, you have a Psi mechanic as a contact.
And what?
Okay.
All right. And at that point, I'm just going to thank him, and I'll head back into the bar with the rest of them.
You be careful.
Okay, we're going to rewind to the beginning of that conversation. Halliburton's going to address the rest of the group. Oh, who do we lose?
No,
Okay,
I'm
so you
here,
wanna-
but my battery's about to die, so I'm just moving locations.
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can find that voice again. Shit.
He's kind of Minnesota.
He's.
Oh, sure.
I sent a link in the Zoom chat to those who are still here. He basically hands Jake a pamphlet containing pretty pictures of a van.
Nice.
This is the
pretty.
equipment that we will be donating. That's been provided to you from our sponsors.
Donating. I like the sound of that already.
Let's see.
TriCaster switcher, 2-channel ClearCom, electronic Sony wireless microphones,
And a partridge in a pear
graphics
tree.
title generator.
Yes.
Nice. ClearCom, intercom, Tektronix. We need to dig up I don't see. This is the package.
I'm taking the role of runner and signing the contract.
Who was that? Who just said that?
That was
That's Jimmy. Jimmy.
Izurami.
Jimmy the Turbo Nerd, indeed.
The only difference between what you see on the pamphlet, or what you see in the link and what you see in the pamphlet, is that the van in your pamphlet is decked out like the A-Team van. It is glossy black with a nice red racing stripe down the side. It is built for television.
Wow. All right.
Does it have a spoiler?
No, better
Yes.
than that, it's
Yes,
got a
it does.
satellite dish.
It does.
It has
Oh.
a spoiler. I love it.
The
Yeah.
technology within the van is designed for. It also has podcasting and streaming technology similar to what we're using tonight. So you can leverage that, but it's also a full broadcast van, and that will be important later. You'll see that on the pamphlet it said sponsored by Garrison Guns and Crackpot Palace Games.
Jesus Christ, Dad.
Say that again.
The van and other amenities are sponsored by Garrison Guns and Crackpot Palace Games.
Gotcha.
Crackpot Palace, one of my favorite organizations. Let's get started.
I signed the
Would you like
I'm going
contract.
to.
Would you like to
Oh,
see
go
the
ahead.
van? I'm sorry, go ahead, David.
I was going to say that with the departure of Boya,
Boy,
thank you. I'd like to offer my skills as a host.
I would like to offer my skills as I can do junior host and I can also do hair and makeup.
Doubling down, trying to get an extra contract. Nice.
If necessary.
Nice.
Halliburton stands up, and that's Duke's cue to stand up as well. He's like a half second behind, and Halliburton kind of gestures toward the lobby again, an invitation. Would you like to see the van?
I don't care about the van.
Man.
I don't care.
Love
about
to see the van. Chug the rest of the natty ice. Let's go.
Okay, Eric's going to the van.
Nice.
Anybody else going to the van?
Nah. My mom always told me not to go to vans with strangers.
Hey,
Okay.
hey. I know how this works. I get the candy first, then I get in the van.
That's good since Eric has declared a spot and has marked his territory, so to speak. Duke is going to escort you out of the lobby. You going with him?
Oh, absolutely. I signed the deal and paperwork and rock and roll. Let's do this.
Okay. And David, you mentioned you're putting your name in the hat for host.
Yes.
Okay. What's your MA and PB scores? And
My MA is 15. PB is 9. I clean up nice though.
Better looking than me.
anyone want to challenge him for that position?
On what? Host?
Yeah.
Only if you let me come in.
Oh, you're here.
You tell me.
Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
What was the MA and PB to beat?
15-9.
Okay. Let me see if we can do this. All right. Yeah. Dave, bring him in.
Excellent. So one of the driving cars rolls up as you start going out to the van. One of the limo cars comes out, and door flies open, and it's like, and I got your badge number. You're going down, mister. This is all your fault. Slams the door, turns immaculately dressed, coiffed and make-upped, strolls in wearing long coat with a bit of shimmer to it, a white blousy shirt, just a hint of makeup and eyeliner, just enough to accentuate the features, and strides boldly into the hotel past you.
Holy shit, it's like Broadway just walked in.
Damn straight.
Yes.
All right.
Now we're talking.
I gotta find this character sheet now. Hold on. Okay, that one's off.
Marcane.
Yep. Oh, and that's all fleshed out. That's
Oh,
nice.
You know all about Marcane. Absolutely. Okay. Well, nice of you to hold the meeting for me. I thought this was a professional institution.
Halliburton remains standing and turns toward you. Obviously, Carrie doesn't register as any interest at all. Halliburton nods at you and I'm sorry you were delayed. Please have a seat, have a beverage. We have a wide selection of malt liquors and beers.
I wouldn't drink water from that piss hole. Thank you so much. And what are you, Reed Aura?
I'm coming back with the record.
Hold on a second. We're going to have to pause.
I will burn the ISP.
Okay.
All I know is that I love these new characters, and I'm going to have a great time. There is so much energy in the room right now, and I am out of game. I am all here for it. In game, I am uncomfortable with this much social energy.
I'm gonna dash to the van. If there's a camera that's there available that I can get a hand on, I'm gonna grab it and head back.
Jesus Christ, overachiever! Come on now.
I know, right?
You're making us look bad.
You've already got the job, dude.
Listen,
no.
You can't be a cynic and an overachiever, all right?
Oh yes, you can. Because I'm gonna edit this shit in.
He's like applying for the job at TMZ at the same time.
Got it. That's right. 30-mile zone. I'm going to be making money on the side. You will never clickbait. You will never believe what happened.
You won't believe what happened next.
Hashtag.
She went in for a beer, but found so much more.
You've done this before. Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right. I'm responding to you, Dave.
Thank you.
Please excuse me. I will be right back.
You don't want to miss a moment.
No, I
Lexi,
don't.
hush. Shh. Come here, girl.
This is giving me plenty of time to grab my gear.
Can I know what the energy is in the room again? With the 3 guys in there?
Hold on a second.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. I'm sorry. What's the question?
Can I know the energy in the room again? Surrounding? Now that the 3 guys are in there? Oh, wait, because they're still in there, right? Or did they walk out?
The 3 guys.
Hubert.
Halliburton.
Yes,
Halliburton's-
Halliburton. Aren't they still in the room?
Halliburton's in the room talking to the new guy who hasn't introduced himself. Carrie is still kind of staring off into space. Duke has left the room with
Jake.
Jake from State Farm.
Oh, and Jake's not back yet.
No, they just left.
Oh, okay.
They crossed
Okay.
as, but with the new addition, yeah, I'll send you a note. What you see?
All right, thanks.
So character walks in, says, "Who are you?" And his eyes go wide and say, "Well, all right then. I've come to the right place. I trust I'm not too late for the host position."
Uh-oh. Awkward.
Awkward. Well, I had just offered my skills as a host. So, Mr. Halliburton.
My name is Marcane. I come to the table with 8,562 Instagram followers, 12,000 Twitter followers, and a personality that shines like the sun. Ow.
I can just
Well
do
then.
makeup.
Huh?
I can just do makeup.
I'm going to sign the contract for the historian.
I am in awe.
Can't there be 2 hosts? And Marcane will sidle up next to Colin and sort of lean against him because Colin's a big, beefy guy and Marcane is not. And say, "I think this works, don't you?"
There could be room for this.
Well, there are 2 hosts, so one is
Well-
the flamboyant, and the other one is more of a detail-oriented storyteller.
And that sounds more like my cup of tea, actually.
Okay, I
Being
think I
a-
responded to. I'm sorry, just making sure that Dave, you had a response, and Shelby, you had a response, correct?
Yep,
Okay.
I got it. And I just,
I'm going to sign the contract for the historian.
Okay.
Right,
Right,
back
so
with the camera equipment.
Oh, then I need to tell you something, Eric. Hold on.
Hmm. Can I sign for the supernatural source? Would that work with a medium?
Yeah. there-
you are totally the supernatural source. You and I have to talk.
I'm so excited.
I am too. This is going to be dynamite.
I just need to say that I follow you on Twitter. I'm a huge fan.
Mike.
You are an angel, absolute angel. Oh God, without you, I don't get up in the morning. Thank you so much.
I
And
think
my
we-
friend Nell loves you too.
Oh, bless her heart. Is she here?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, Eric, you're back. I just sent you a note about what you saw. Feel free to share it or not. Meanwhile, let me make sure I edit this document.
That's not going to go well.
Oh, maybe it will.
No.
No?
Is there something on my sheet for this?
I look at Jake and ask how the van looks.
It looks really well equipped.
So they're giving you everything you ever wanted.
I don't know about that. They're light on the snacks, but all in all, I think we'll be okay. Glitter Coat, I am super sorry. I missed your name.
Marcane is the name.
Marcane.
Just Marcane.
Marcane, do you have a preferred side?
You tell me.
It's all good. It's like Cat from Red Dwarf.
and this is mine, and this is mine.
This is mine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
not that bit over there. You can have that.
I don't think I'm nerdy enough to get the reference.
Red Dwarf.
I know, I never watched it.
Oh, okay. There's an iconic scene in season 1 where the newly genetically advanced and evolved cat, the ship cat, has evolved into a life form and just goes around with his little spray bottle going, this is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine, the way cats do. So, and Cat is very Marcane-ish.
Much like Marcane just did to the host position.
Might as well just pee on it.
Co-host Denim Pants, co-host.
He's got me there.
Okay. So
I dust off my sleeves and I look at Halliburton and say, okay, co-host.
he nods, like whatever.
Yeah.
He's beyond these petty ego squabbles.
Mm-hmm.
He seems very much about numbers and concrete things.
You have a pen, Denim?
Oh, I got a pen for you.
Can I borrow it real quick?
So I pull my pen out and I sign my contract and then hand the pen to
Ginger Boy
Out.
hands you an envelope.
Marcane.
Now this is the real cat fight in the bar.
So the contract says 10,000 a week.
Crap. Let me put it's a standard. Well, all the stuff. God damn it! Sorry.
It's $60 per diem, 420 something, and then there was
For
a
supplies, 10,000
per
a
diem.
week,
10,000.
5,000 signing bonus.
5,000
Gotcha.
signing bonus, 10,000 a week.
Gotcha.
4-week contract with renewal for 15 if we don't run off scared and insane.
And or
Awesome.
die.
Well, and die.
Can't-
Okay.
Mark
You're not
Hayes-
going to run off if you're dead.
Listen,
Marquine-
you can't forget the morbid death.
Marcane scratches out 10,000 and puts in 12,000 and signs it and hands it back.
I love this guy.
Are you really doing that, Dave?
Yes, I'm absolutely doing it because I'm worth it.
I love it.
The bravado of this man. Jesus.
While the pen leaves an indentation on the paper, somehow the ink doesn't stick
Oh,
to the page.
bitches. Fine. Oh my God, it's going to be one of those jobs.
It only works for some reason over the signature.
Over the signature block. Got it.
With the signature block.
Click.
I'm going to stop time here, though, and I'm going to give everybody an opportunity and point out that this is a horror game, and you've all signed contracts.
Without reading them.
Well, not everyone.
Did
One
you
character
see
did leave.
the $5,000 signing bonus?
I'm just putting it out there.
I'm a teen. I literally have a line in my character design that says, "You're very naive." I'm signing it because I'm a broke kid.
Okay. Everybody get 500 experience points.
Nice.
Nice.
Turbo nerd. Smart, not wise.
You guys will be second level before you reach the next adventure, which will probably be very, very important for all of you. Okay. You're all signed. Ginger bartender tries to collect all of them from you.
Sure.
You just automatically.
This is paperwork guy?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Ginger guy's collecting the paperwork.
While
Is
he's
he
doing
locked
that,
just outside of his leash? Because isn't he tethered there? So how far is he tethered to that bar?
he may have been
Nice
tethered
catch.
there.
That is a good catch. But that's a good point. 50 experience points, Shelby. He is tethered, but it's almost like an electronic fence for a dog.
It's only inside the room.
Yes, and the only person that he seems to positively interact with or respond to is Dave's character.
Which one? Oh,
I'm sorry, my brain.
Marcane.
Yeah,
okay.
him.
Gotcha.
Almost a fawning, kind of just distant glance at you,
That's
as
creepy.
though, yeah.
Get that
Oh,
all
so
the
he
time.
follows him on Twitter as well.
Absolutely.
Is
I see
that
how this is
is that
rolling.
hashtag Marcane? Hang on.
Hashtag,
I'm gonna jump on your.
hashtag Marcane art, because he's an illustrator and an artist.
I
love
want to
that
take
name.
a picture of my contract with my cell phone.
Damn. All right.
Woo! SMRT.
I haven't. I'm watching the other people, the big people, doing things. I'm gonna mimic Lindsay and take a photo of my contract with my phone as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still haven't read the damn thing. I'm just like, oh, all right, that's what other people are doing. I'm just gonna do that then too. Okay. Put it back in the envelope.
50 experience points, Tracy.
Ooh, yay.
Okay, you take a picture.
Does it look like a picture? Does it look...
It seems like the sepia filter was automatically applied to the document.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
there's
that's
just
weird.
some odd stains, like not blood, but tea or something dripped over it. Roll.
Wow.
Roll what?
Roll 20.
Rolling.
Tracy, roll 20 cider and -4.
20 minus 4. So that would be a 10.
Your eye twitches a little bit, but it you know how certain like there's like those motion pictures that iPhones take, multiple frames. It feels like that. It's but 10 times as irritating. Okay. Anybody else taking a look at it? See, I know Shelby, Holden, you took pictures.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture of it.
I'm
Same.
just making a second thought of it.
I'm sorry, David. What?
I said I was taking a picture as well.
Okay. Everybody.
What was
roll
your
the same.
inspiration, Shelby?
I was gonna say, can I see the energy of the contract?
Do you
I don't know.
want
Can
to?
you? Yeah, you can roll d20.
18.
Holy shit. I'm just gonna make up a little bit of history for you. Just you can dismiss it later, but it gets the message across. You remember a time when you went and you had to put your pet down at a veterinarian hospital, and holding it for just a moment feels like petting that dead animal emotionally and physically. And a very soft dog that once was living and loving feels like running your fingers over the back of a tarantula. But then it's gone.
Just like that.
You're looking at the photo again?
You talking to me?
You're looking, yeah, Shelby. You're looking at the photo,
Yeah.
like Trace. Roll d20 -4. Dave, go ahead and do the same.
I got a 6.
Is that before or after the
It's
-4?
really blurry.
That was after.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, Tracy's right. It's very blurry image.
Yeah, my character's not very techy.
All right. And David?
Do I do the -4 as well?
Yeah.
So I got a 14.
You get you get a sepia filter over it, but it feels like you took a picture of parchment. The font is slightly different.
Is it legible?
Yeah, it's definitely the same document, but the font is a serif, whereas the contract you're
Interesting.
reading is sans serif.
Does it look like it's signed in blood?
No.
Does it look like it's signed in soul? Crap. Damn, arcane. Holy shit.
Blame Marcane for it right off the bat. That's all your
Absolutely.
fault.
Gotta be.
I'm feeling that with us here, guy.
That was a 0-0. That was a
Yikes.
You've definitely transferred something of yourself into this document. There is a piece of you now connected.
Ah, okay. Sorry. I flashed back to the other world that we spoke about previously with the soul thing. So now I understand that. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
I'm caught up. Okay.
Jay, I sent you a message in private,
Thank you.
just real quick. Just a
Is it a
yes.
Twitter request?
Follow me now.
Follow me on Twitter.
The answer is yes.
Wow. And I assume it went up, but was batted aside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no damage, nothing. Just
Understood. But yeah. So Marcane is got the cell phone flipped around, recording so that everybody's in the background. And hey, bitches. So I just signed a contract to be the host of an awesome new supernatural show coming soon to a show, TV, cable network, or something near you. Stay tuned, y'all. Mwah. Send.
All right.
This
So-
is gonna be awesome.
Just so we're all on the same page, I want to make sure I understand what roles you guys assigned yourselves.
Yes.
We've got Dave R as the host, David S as the co-host,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Tracy, you are the supernatural source.
Mm-hmm.
Shelby, you are the historian expert. Eric, you are the camera dude.
Yep.
Anything else? Are you
I can do like all the video editing, whatever. If you want, there was a bodyguard-ish kind of person.
Mhm.
Do you want me to run a second character for that?
if you want? If,
I don't know if we need it. I know Holden, your character was going to be like the schlep stuff around guy,
The runner.
which
Yeah.
I don't know if that's kind of does that fit with physical security? Is that a
No.
thing?
Please don't. Like, yeah.
Do we need physical security?
We're just doing shows.
Right.
That's an excellent question to ask. It depends on where we're going, and that's where we're going to close this out on a decision you guys are going to make for the next session. But Holden, you want to be the runner for now?
I mean, yeah, I go fast, but yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right. Carrie, once all of this is settled, just rises almost. She does just elegantly rises to her feet, turns and glides out of the room without looking or interacting with any of you.
Do her feet move?
What's that?
Do her feet move?
Yes.
Does she have a shadow?
Yes. Yes. Yes, she does. They do.
They.
Damn it.
They.
Them. There.
Yeah, please keep yelling at me about it.
Yes, you're right. I started it.
That's my fault. I should know better. Okay. Halliburton. He collects all of the envelopes from Ginger Bartender. Ginger Bartender vanishes behind a door behind the bar into what probably was or is the kitchen. And Halliburton says, now comes the time where you will all decide where you will go. And he hands up brochures for, basically 4 cards he puts on a table that are about 5x7 photograph size with an image and a legend at the bottom. And he puts them on one table in the center and allows you to gather around. The first image is of an old cathedral Looks like something from the mid 19th century. The legend is the kaleidoscope. And underneath it says, a Civil War era cathedral, deconsecrated and converted into a nightclub, was a major disco club in the 1970s and home of hip-hop through the 1990s before the owners went bankrupt. It is currently owned by the Greif Historical Group. It is said that there are 12 ghosts in the building representing all who were killed there since the structure's deconsecration. They are all allegedly held there by a bishop buried deep under the building who was never moved to a sacred burial spot. It is said that if the 12 spirits are lifted from the grounds, the structure will no longer be cursed, which will be a great boon to the local population who has felt the echoes of that curse throughout their town. Option
Talking
2.
like 5 people or like 500 people?
The town, there's about 500 people in that town.
It was a hip hop club?
Yeah.
In the 90s.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Okay. Got that small town hip hop vibe. Got it. Okay. Rocking.
We're the Beastie Boys, you know.
Oh.
At least it wasn't Footloose. We're good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Option 2, the Epstein Compound, Long Island. Currently unoccupied and part of the estate of Harvey Epstein, a convicted child trafficker and sex offender who committed suicide last year under suspicious circumstances. His 120-acre estate has been closed off to the public since Epstein's arrest in 2011, and since then, all 20 of the keepers of that estate have gone missing. Option 3, Cornwall Caverns. In Virginia, the site of a minor Civil War battle that occurred shortly after Gettysburg. 20 soldiers and landowners fought in and around the caves until they were allegedly picked off one by the spirit of the cave, a monster known locally as the Cornwall Stitcher Man, a tall, lanky albino humanoid that lives in the caves, potentially with others of its kind. Over the years, dozens claim to have seen or been stalked or captured by the Stitcher Man. Option 4, the final option. Quote, secret old house. The team agrees to go in completely blind and ignorant to gather clues on location and fight to survive. The conditions will be hostile and escape impossible for at least 72 hours. The pay is triple the normal rate, but the conditions will be hazardous. It will be only streamed to a select audience online. Supplies and ammo will be provided proportionate to the threat. Sponsored again by Garrison Guns and Crackpot Palace Games.
Are they trying to set us up for a snuff film?
Is this the Hunger Games?
I know, right?
So, having said that, Halliburton just kind of drifts backwards and allows you guys to mill about the photos and the information. And
Can I change my mind?
Too damn late. I tried to warn you.
Damn late.
The voice of a boy is whiffing in from the. I told you. I told you.
Okay, so hold on. We had.
Let me see if I can share the document with you. Hold on.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check where the locations were. I know the Kaleidoscope was
It was
Griff Caverns, but I didn't hear where.
Okay, Cornwall Caverns is Virginia. The Epstein Compound is in Long Island. The secret old house, we don't know. And the cathedral, I don't think it was given its location was listed.
Yeah.
It was in a town of like 500 people.
Yeah.
Right.
So a little.
Are any of them near the beach?
500 hip hop
The-
residents.
The Epstein
Technically,
compound.
Epstein compound is an island.
Long Island. So.
Oh, I can't. Holden, can you give me permission to share screen?
Yeah, I can certainly try.
Or meanwhile, I'll just copy and paste it into the chat for you guys.
Are you the Zoom host, Holden?
I am, yes.
So if you go down to the share screen thing, you should have a caret in the top right of the share screen button. No?
Hold on. I don't want to send the world. There we are. Advanced sharing options, you said?
Yeah, it should be that. You should be able to allow others to share.
All right. Who can share? All participants. There we
The
go.
chat window just exploded.
There's a call out from the chat saying option 1 or 3.
I would go 1 over 3.
I hope you're
Oh,
not seeing
I was
my
actually
porn
liking the third one.
No.
Anything called the Stitcher Man, I don't want to see.
Well, I hail from Virginia, so I'm kind of interested in possibly keeping that one for later, just because I drove all that way and I don't want to turn right around and go back there.
For some reason, the Epstein compound seems the least threatening out of all of these, and that says something.
Yeah.
20 people missing. I don't know.
I don't particularly. Yeah.
I think my vote is for 1 because it seems the most fun.
It's a hip hop.
Wow.
Mhm.
I would just like to note for those of you that are considering these options that one of the things that's also in our well-equipped van is there's already guns and ammo in there.
What?
What?
I don't like guns.
Ooh.
I just felt the need to share that equipment is already available.
Do
Do
you
we
know
have-
how to
Are
use
these
guns?
guns for psychic or for humans?
That's a good point.
I'm gonna say humans, but that's because there's no such thing as anything else.
Oh.
Does anyone know how
correct.
to use a gun?
Yeah.
I do.
Good.
What?
Halliburton visually stiffens as Jake reveals this information, but he says nothing. He doesn't really. Just kind of makes him uncomfortable.
I mean, I guess they brought up us needing security. You remember, hey, Jake, remember when you said your whole thing was to get the candy before you got in the van? You got in the van first. We all got in the van.
We all got in the van.
Yeah, we did.
Team huddle, come to the other end of the room. Come on, everybody.
All right.
I want to also ask Nell for her opinion.
Who's Nell?
Is that your medium friend?
Okay.
It's her spirit guide. Hush.
Hold on. Yeah,
It's my friend from my childhood.
You're still sharing.
You're still sharing.
Oh shit! How do I stop that?
Stop the big red stop sharing button.
The
There you
big
go.
button that
goes.
says "Stop sharing." Yes. Dumb.
Ba-dum-dum.
But yeah, no, we're all in.
Oh, hey, look at that.
We're all in the van now.
Okay, group conversation, group talk. Come on to the end of the room.
I know.
Sure.
Listen, I'm aware I'm only technically just recently an adult, and I would be tried as an adult. But this, never mind. This.
Speak up.
This
Use your
can't-
words.
This can't be
Big
legal.
boy pants. Let's go.
This can't be legal.
Oh, make no mistake, handsome. It's not. Did you read the contract?
No, why? I mean, I know I should have, but I didn't because there was a lot of money.
Oh, that is that part of you in that computer thing where you just click through. I agree.
Okay, I am not the only one who does that.
No, everybody does that. Nobody reads those things.
Exactly.
That's ridiculous.
Listen,
I'm gonna
me
go out
what
on a
to read.
limb. Monastery girl and lovely makeup girl and denim. Y'all took pictures of your contracts, right?
Indeed.
How'd that work out for you?
Is there something weird? Because I have a photo of mine too, and mine looks completely normal.
It's weird. I think I might have hit burst or something and kept a filter on.
I'm gonna try and look at the other screens. They all look the same to me.
I'm gonna put a hand on Izumari's shoulder gently, and just get a read off of him. Is there anything there?
Nope.
I'm just a normal dude.
Yeah.
Tracy, would you do roll 2d10 minus 20?
So pick one for the tens and
Wait,
one,
what?
pick one for the tens
Rolling
and one for the
percentile.
ones.
Roll percentile minus
Yeah,
20.
don't say roll 2d10. That's a damage roll.
2d10. -6.
Oh shit.
Wait, no, don't add them
What?
together like a damage roll. Treat it like a percentile. So one's a
Oh.
tens, one's a ones.
57.
After the
Okay.
minus 20?
I rolled 2 7s.
You rolled 2 7s?
Did.
Minus 20 is 57.
Okay.
57.
I good
Math
at
is
math.
hard.
You math well.
Is this why you're an English major?
I was an English major too.
Wait, what? I thought you couldn't do both.
I wasn't a math major. I can't do math in real
Oh,
life.
okay. I can.
Are we-
I just
Just
play
in game.
characters.
That's part of her character. She can
Yeah,
do math
in game,
game.
I'm like a math savant. I'm
This
really
is-
good.
This is why we enjoy role playing games. We get 8 hours of sleep and we can do all the things we can't do in real life, like math.
You can only have so much suspension of disbelief. Come on now.
Right.
Okay.
8
Hey,
hours
Tracy?
of sleep.
Yeah.
Roll a d20 and let me know if you get a 20.
Oh, oops. I got a 15, not a 20.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So yeah, those contracts were totally magicked. Totally magicked.
Oh shit.
Let me know if you need to discuss that, Tracy.
Hmm.
Okay.
What's the
Whoa.
matter, Jake? You didn't believe in magic, I thought.
No, I don't. They're not magic. I didn't bother to take a picture of it.
What
It
about
But he-
uh,
but-
It looks
but-
very much like a standard contract that you'd see from any entertainment industry.
About death and insanity? Is that frequently a clause in contracts you sign, Jake?
only on the food
Oh.
channel?
It depends on which sort of things that I'm working on. I get a lot of crazy things with the behind the scenes.
Are you usually
Doing a lot
requested
of
for
black
snuff
bag
films?
work? Is that it?
Hmm? I'll do whatever pays.
Oh my. Isn't that special? Good to have you on the team then. I think that's an excellent, excellent idea.
Okay.
So
I'm looking, just so you know, I'm starting to look a little panicky, a little anxious.
it's okay. It's all right. We're going to get through this.
I hope
We're
all
all
of
in
you
this
are.
together.
Yeah, we're all in here now.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I'd like to do that, please.
Okay. So you see her walk out of the room. You go into the lobby, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Where you
Actually,
going?
no, I want to go right outside of the building, like right out of the sliding doors.
Linz, where you going, sweetie?
I'll be right back. There's something I need to,
You know the bathrooms are locked, right?
and I just trail off and walk out, very distracted.
Oh, that poor
Okay.
girl.
Okay, hold that thought. We'll come back to you. You guys in the group.
Yes.
Where guys are still discussing which
So-
hellscape you want to go to?
If anyone is concerned, I may know a guy. Physical security. If we think that's something that we need.
Well, I think everyone's assessment of option one is an excellent one. It doesn't seem like something we're going to need muscle for. Some of the other ones maybe, but I think we could do, if we do the first one, we just keep your man in the pocket, Jake.
While
Is that a
everybody else
euphemism?
Yes. Yes, it is.
DM.
Hold on a second. One
Short.
moment, please. I will take this point to remind you that you possess electronic devices that may provide some insight into the decision-making process.
It's a cell phone. We got a cell
Are
phone.
you suggesting we do a little research there, Jay?
I mean, I have a skill for it. I mean, if you want me to roll.
I don't want you to do anything. I'm just advising, just in case.
Well, I have a couple things I'd like to do then, DM.
All right. Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, could you
I
take
only
a look
say this
at... oh, go ahead.
that you're in a situation where you've just signed a contract and you're making potentially life or death decision based on a single paragraph in a photo.
Okay,
Go with that.
let me counter that with we just signed our souls to the devil. Do you really think any choices he gives you are going to be good ones?
I don't really think any of these are actual choices, which is why I'd like to try and roll on the magic arcana lore that I have to see if there's any way I knew to possibly get out of these damn things.
You're going to try and get out of the contract.
I'm just gonna go through my Rolodex and see maybe this is a thing.
Asima, could you roll do some research on the Kaleidoscope Cathedral gig?
I was gonna say, yep.
Denham, could you do some research on the Epstein Actually, no, you said you're from Virginia. Why don't you look up the Cornwall Caverns and look into that? Jake?
Okay, tweeter.
Denham and Tweeter. I like it.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Jake, do
You're the monkey man.
you use that phone for something other than recording your chiseled good looks?
Sure.
All right, why don't you look into the Epstein compound? And oh my, Jimmy seems to be fixated. I'll take the see what I can find out about this secret old house.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not funny.
It is not funny at all.
It's horrible.
I have so many concerns.
Oh, so do I.
Boye tried to warn you. He tried to tell you.
I think I just killed us all somehow without even.
Oh, thank you. So we should, good thing I've got another character in the wings.
You can't take this. You can't take this action yet, Tracy. But I'll let you know. Okay.
What did you do?
What did you do, Ray?
What did you do, Ray?
I crossed the streams.
Oh shit! Hold on, I gotta add this because you're D20.
She said, "Don't cross the streams." That was bad.
Okay, so she's a dog.
Our psychic medium's a dog.
If Gozer shows up, it's all over. I don't get. We're playing a new game.
I think Gozer has shown up.
What? All right, I was kidding. Come on now, don't hurt my feelings like that.
Oh man. Well, this was the shortest game I've ever played.
Yeah, really.
It ain't over yet.
Okay.
It ain't over yet.
Back to the group. I want to see what shade Tracy's face is. There we go. Okay, hold that thought. We'll be. So we did do some quick Googling on this stuff.
Yes, we all did research.
Yep.
Everybody get 50 experience points. That was a very wise thing to do.
We listened to the GM. That's always a wise thing to do. I'll take that 50 XP.
Thanks.
Okay. So,
has the new guy done anything yet?
Mark
One
Hain?
more? No, wasn't there a new guy that came in, or were you the new guy? You
I'm
were
the new
last
guy.
person to come in.
I'm the last person
I'm
to come
sorry. I thought there was a guy with
No,
the other people.
I was asking if we wanted.
Muscle.
I have another guy available, but we're gonna hold off. We're gonna let him.
Okay.
He's in the wings.
He's got a guy.
I know a guy.
I know a guy.
He knows a guy.
Who's looking into the kaleidoscope?
That was me.
The problem with looking up Epstein compound is you don't get Long Island, you get Caribbean.
Yeah,
Well,
the real one's a different place.
If you put in
Yeah.
Long Island 20 missing, I guarantee you that'll narrow the search.
Okay.
I get a knock on your door.
That's true.
I get a strange email.
Kaleidoscope. Roll D20. I'm sorry.
12.
Tracy, what are you doing? Stop what you're doing. Oh my God.
Do it again. Do it more.
Harder.
All right, I feel like it's no longer gonna be myself or Eric who dies first.
Guess what? It's not.
Mediums poking where their brains aren't supposed to poke.
no.
Ooh.
The
Oh, sure.
kaleidoscope
Take the easy way out.
is what you learn about it from that role is that it is a tourist attraction and a source of urban legend, well, rural legend, I guess, where the historical group has been trying to rebuild this cathedral for the last 25 years, but always something goes wrong. The Greif Historical Group owns many properties similar to the Kaleidoscope, mainly churches or older buildings that date back to the Revolutionary War. All of them seem to have a supernatural story behind them, but then that's not uncommon. This one is unique in that it's an odd story to tell about the 12 ghosts in a small town like this. It just seems a little odd. Mainly comes from outrage of Catholics in the area that the site was sold, but they never moved all the bodies. They think they moved all but the one. There might be more. But the history of violence has led the local community to say, we don't want anything in there. Because if you put something in that building, the curse will befall all of us. So that's the surface. Now, the implication is from option one that you were going to have to somehow lift 12 spirits from that facility. Do you have the tools and the talent to do that right off the bat? It seems innocuous. You might. Given the people around this table, I think you could pull it off. But that's what you come up with.
We totally can, honey. I'm telling you.
12 Ghosts, in also pop culture, you think, well, this story is so obvious. It's an old movie. 13 Ghosts and Hell House and whatnot. So it may be nothing. You may get there and you have to come up with a fictitious story on your own to make the episode work. Because if the show doesn't work, you guys don't get picked up. And that's an important thing. No, little risk, little reward.
Gotcha.
Who's looking into the Epstein compound? Or do you have any questions about that, Shelby? Or
No,
Okay.
not yet.
okay. Epstein compound?
That's me.
Roll D20.
This should be good. Ooh, right down the middle of the road, 11.
Okay.
On the high side of the road, actually.
Yeah.
The Epstein compound has been visited allegedly by many heads of state, famous people, and the secrets there are deep. The intel that you found is pretty much what's known in popular culture. Bad things happened, but it is well documented that the 20 people who worked there just all disappeared on the same day. They went to work, the security cameras captured them going there. They all walked into the compound. At some point just after noon, even the groundskeepers and those who were there, the security who patrol the 120 acres, all suddenly walked toward the center house. And once everyone was in there, security went down. They were never seen again.
Oh.
There's no locals, no neighbors who can peek in because it's right dead in the compound. But police and other investigators who go there reported becoming deathly ill. And they're to different degrees. Some people walk out of there unaffected by it. Others who go in there, they're off work for 6 to 8 weeks. So very much an Amityville horror type vibe to it. But you realize early on that there's a lot of bullshit laid on top of this just because, it's a popular internet Snopes type deal. Cornwall Caverns.
That's me.
And D20? I'm sorry, Tracy.
Tracy.
Tracy's waiting to know if she's like vapor. I rolled a 20.
Holy shit.
Looks like we're going to Virginia.
Woo!
Virginia boy makes
all
good.
about the Stitcher Men. You know all about the Stitcher Men and the Lady Stitcher Men and the Baby Stitcher people. They all live in this one cave. Some people say that they were an inbred family that just wandered into the woods. They're like 6 or 7 generations of inbred dating back to the Revolutionary War, even the French Indian War. Basically, it's like Bigfoot, but naked albino humans who live in the cave. They only come out at night. It's like if Slender Man walked out into the woods and took his suit off and raised a family.
And turned white.
And turned white and had nice. I guess familiar with Channel Zero on Sci-Fi.
No.
Very similar. One of the kids in of the Stitcher Men is his skin is composed entirely of teeth.
Oh, okay, that's creepy.
I just now remembered that Jay's writing is too scary for me to read. And I agreed to play a horror game with him.
You did.
He is the only member of the family that can be heard walking in the night, even in the woods, because of the rattling of the teeth and the scraping of them against each other, slowly walking through the forest. Usually, and the attack pattern is similar to velociraptors, so you know that they attack as a family, using the youngest boy as a decoy. The people who have been found victims were shoved head first into small crevasses deep in the cave. They probably died of starvation. They prefer killing good people, good alignments. But that might be a myth. They may actually go after bad people or just selfish people. We don't know.
We're going to need your guy for that one.
The rumor is that they cannot ever come out during daylight, even an overcast. It must be a new moon. Although they've been coerced out when their territory is threatened. And when they do come out into the sunlight, their skin smolders and you can smell them. That's the only way that they're revealed. So what you're dealing with here is a couple of recent sightings. The hunters have been attacked by weird white walkers that may or may not be associated with the Stitcherman clan.
Pure coincidence, I'm sure.
Okay. Any
Awesome.
questions on that?
Oh, no. Hey, I was researching the secret old house, but I realized the utter futility of researching the secret old house. So I'm going to use my time researching Garrison Guns and Crackpot Palace games.
50 experience points.
Thank you.
Nice.
Roll D20.
I do have a research skill.
Okay. Roll the research then.
48, and I have a 55.
Okay.
So just made it.
Nothing on the surface for Garrison Guns. Hold on. Let me double check that. Okay. Garrison Guns is a mom and pop armory that's located in Wishwell, Pennsylvania. It's run by a guy named Chuck Garrison. He recently, I will tell you that he recently agreed to expand into a franchise. Seems pretty
Recently, really?
Yeah.
Came in some money, did he?
Mm-hmm. Seems that way.
They related to a Doreen Garrison from Wishwell, Pennsylvania.
He may be. I don't know. By law, maybe. I don't know. But no, I mean, he seems like he came into his own. Crackpot Palace Games is the equivalent of Palladium. It's a role-playing game company that gets its hands in everything. The thing about Crackpot Palace Games is its founder believes that all life can be coded into games, that he could create a simulation so detailed that every action could be replicated in artificial intelligence with an algorithm that everything is a table. Any minor action a person might take is a table within a massive computer. So obviously he's crazy. But his games are very popular. They're like mid-tier, Chaosium level. They have a very small but moderate but very Very, very passionate following. And they've been branching out as well, starting their own tournaments and gaming conventions around the New England area.
All the better to recruit for the unholy Lord of Darkness. Awesome. Cool.
Right.
See, in your world, the satanic panic is real.
It's
Right.
it's less panic, satanic panic, and more just consistent anxiety. But in that avenue, could I roll for Magic Arcane?
To try and break the contract?
Just to see if I would have any inkling on how to get out of it, or how I might have a shot at getting out of this damn thing. Is there a
Please
ritual? Is there a ritual? Do I have to go, like, shove my foot up somebody's ass? I don't know.
So you're going to compete with the current climax waiting in the wings right now. Okay, great. Let's roll those dice and see what happens.
Oh boy.
All right, so did you want me to roll a D2? It was what, the percentile for a skill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That, ooh.
Whoa. For the love of God,
yeah.
roll low.
Yeah, no. The goal is to get below the number you have, right?
Correct.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 74
On a
for that one.
yeah.
Let's see. Hold on.
We're all gonna go boom.
On a,
He's just an ordinary guy. He can't get in that much trouble.
you would be amazed.
Oh, you. I'm looking at you, medium girl.
I rolled a 74 on a 35.
Ooh, lost it by double.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Oh.
I should honestly, I should have rolled for demons and monsters at this point in time.
Channeling Bob Euchre.
Can-
Just a bit outside.
Can I go double or nothing on the demonology roll?
Don't double down on that shit.
Go.
Well, let me give you the result,
Go.
the instant result before you do that.
Yeah.
Something in the back of your mind says, and this is coming from outside. It can't come from outside. So, a little birdie inside the back of your head says, "No, you're fucking stuck." Or
And it sounds like Marcane.
or you're going to have to go to Miskatonic University in Peabody, Massachusetts, and do extensive research at the graduate level in medieval metaphysics to figure that out.
Well, I needed to go to college anyways.
I want to get you to yes, but that's your path to yes.
That's fine. I'm great. I need to go to college anyways. My mom said this was dumb and I needed to go to school.
Anybody else have an action question?
Yeah, where's Lindsay? Where did she go?
Yeah.
Tracy,
Oh no.
floor is yours. Bring us home.
Oh, Tracy.
So from the lobby, you hear a very shrill scream.
Oh.
Run, do not walk to the lobby.
Camera up.
Camera up.
Just gonna look around the corner into the lobby.
Who's okay? We're gonna have to roll for initiative on this one. Roll. Everybody.
I'm
roll
pulling
a
out
D20.
my crowbar.
Okay. Anyone else need to declare?
Fuck.
I don't think I have any like weapons or anything.
Son of a bitch.
I am a weapon.
Or let me ask you
Jesus.
this: Is who's rushing to get out there?
Me.
I guess you.
Okay.
I'm
Then-
just behind Marcane. A
Okay.
safe
I'll be the
3,
last
4
one.
steps. Thanks, Tracy.
I rolled a 9, but I'm trying to make sure I get everybody in frame. Camera up. We're rolling, baby.
I got an 8.
So did I.
Is this a 20?
Go.
Yeah, it's a 20.
Mm-hmm.
You.
I got a 10.
Okay. The first 3 people, and I'm just doing this for targets of opportunity, so you all generally get into the area at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
First 3 get around, and you see your companion standing like a statue, face white, mouth gaping, staring out through the lobby, through the atrium to the street beyond, and you see nothing.
Can I
Nothing out there?
She
can I
vanishes.
sense any presence
So you just see
surrounding
me.
us?
Just seeing, your
Mhm.
companion, but she's clearly looking at something.
Can I sense the energy that she's looking at?
Yes, you can.
And can I sense supernatural evil?
Yes, you can. You don't even have to roll for it.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to type this out privately. I'm just so we can roll this along.
Mhm.
Dave, you see what is essentially the absence of something standing in the middle of the lobby. It is keeping the air from occupying that space, and it is actually the interaction at the threshold. The physical world seems to darken slightly, so you get a sense of just a shell of a shadow that flickers in the light.
Okay.
Definitely evil. Definitely predatory.
Okay.
Shelby, you feel what he sees.
Is it growing in size?
No, but it is definitely powerful. It's about 6.5 feet tall. And there's
Just
also
one?
no, actually, and I'll tell you this as well, Tracy. To its right is another form standing maybe 6 inches off to one side, almost humanoid in shape.
But I don't
Definitely not evil.
recognize this one.
You do.
Short or tall?
Duh, 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 duh. There you go.
Is the second figure just seeming like it's just watching and observing, or does it seem like it's doing something?
It's fading in and out of perception. It's almost like it's being held in some kind of stasis between worlds. It almost, in Dave, in your view, it seems like a prisoner. Now,
Is there any what had happened in the lobby in the past? Can I know like what happened? Is there something holding it to the lobby? Or I don't know if I can sense that.
no, this is definitely fresh and new. This is no connection
Okay.
to the space.
Do I
no,
see Halliburton,
Duke.
Kara, or Duke around?
Halliburton is still back in the pub. He didn't take any notice of this at all. Duke is nowhere around.
Didn't them take off?
No.
They got up and floated away.
Carrie did,
Right.
but Duke and
but-
Halliburton are waiting for us to give an answer as far as what our gig is going to be.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
correction. Duke left with Jake
With Kara, yeah.
and did not come back.
And did not come back. What'd you do with him, Jake?
Jake, are you the bad guy?
You killed him, didn't you? You bastard. Let us
So-
know when we can take. Let us know when we can take actions, Jay.
I feel like
The
right
negas
now that'd
see
be
nothing.
preferable.
Vegas, you feel nothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's wrong with her, but
I'm still terrified regardless because there's people. Everybody's upset, and I don't understand.
So the immediate thing is you see a woman who is catatonic standing there.
Let us know when we can take actions, Jay.
I'm getting there. So action time. You weren't ready.
Highest roll. I'm ready. Highest roll is not me. Highest
roll.
roll
Who's highest
is-
roll?
9.
I have
filming.
I'm
I'm filming. I am making sure this is going to be before we even get anywhere. This is our lead in. This is how we prep. This is our preface to the show. I am stepping
Okay.
to the side and back and making sure that I get people in frame.
Who rolled a 10? Somebody rolled a 10. Holden, was that you?
I rolled a 2.
You rolled a 2. Dave?
Did I roll a 10?
Yeah,
Yes, I think you did.
I did roll a 10.
You're up.
I'm up. Oh, geez. I run to Lindsay and attempt to move her.
Okay, hey, how are you going to do that? What do you want to do specifically?
I can't see anything that's going on with her, correct?
You know she's in visible distress, but unless you have a skill you want to apply to this.
Yeah, I didn't roll for any before this. I'm going to try to physically move her from her spot.
Okay. Where are you going to take her?
I'm just trying to move her towards the front desk.
Okay. She's easily movable.
But no change.
No change. Very stiff. Almost mannequin-like.
Is she
You
still
almost
staring?
might have gotten a little drool on your arm or a
Are you
tear.
still staring at that spot?
Good
Or
question.
are you?
No, but the instant that she's moved, her eyes close. Almost
I
as though
present?
contact was broken. Nothing from your perception has changed once that happens, though.
Hey, Shelby, you're up. I'm sorry, Amari, you're up. Amari?
Asina.
Asina.
Sorry.
Al,
Sorry.
because I
Sorry.
keep wanting to call her Al. You can call me Al.
Let's see. Is that wasn't there not the barkeep but another creepy hotel person?
Desk clerk.
Yeah, the desk clerk.
Yep.
Is he still at the desk?
No.
They all
Is
just
he-
kind of vanished.
Oh, okay. I don't know for now. I think I'm gonna watch and see.
Okay.
Jay, is there a ruling where if you're not sure what you want to do, you can say, I hold my action until an event
Oh.
occurs?
You can. Yes.
So that's always an option.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Okay.
I'll hold till action.
All
Otherwise
right.
known as pass.
Pass, but not do nothing. At the end of the round, you have the option to
Right.
take an action.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Yep. Okay. Marcane will move between Lindsay and the negosphere that has commanded her attention, simultaneously invoking the open oneself to the supernatural and shout out, she can't work your business if you fry her brain. Let her go. We'll be good, I promise.
Okay.
Are your fingers crossed?
Just snapping.
Shelby and Dave, your characters feel all of the presence dissipate instantly. Not as though necessarily as a result of the action, but by the choice of the entity itself.
No,
however,
it was because of the action. Let's be very clear about that.
However, this does not change the status of your companion.
Is the other sphere still imprisoned, or has that been released?
It's all gone. Doesn't know if it's been untethered from one
Is
another or
her-
not.
Even her spirit guide is gone?
You don't feel anything in the room anymore. You don't see or feel anything.
Oh God, if they took her spirit
Could
guide,
that second figure be the spirit guide?
it was
Imprisoned?
It was, but it's gone now. They're all gone. Anything else now that I'm open myself to the supernatural? Is there any other awarenesses I should be aware of?
I'm moving to the side to make sure I get this all in shot.
You hear howling from down the hall, and you feel negative energy sweep out the opposite hallway from the laundry over the lobby and then leave through the pub. Two voices are shrieking barbaric, ancient words, and they echo up the hall.
And away and out, or back to the laundry? I wasn't clear what direction they were
It comes
moving.
out from the laundry hall
Towards the
through
lobby.
the lobby. So the direction that the parapsychologist went. So opposite the direction that you would go back into the pub, into the hotel.
So they didn't leave. They stay in the hotel. They're just swirling around in the hotel somewhere.
This is different. This is you're opening yourself to the larger.
Right.
This is different. This
Okay.
is there is a spiritual and there is a corporeal component to this. The corporeal is two human beings screaming,
Got it.
and then there's the energy.
Okay.
Does that energy hold those beings, or is it separate?
Can't tell from where you are.
All right. Cullen, Izurami, give her your coat, Izurami. Lindsay, make her comfortable.
Take off. Just take off the bag, wrap the coat around. Could someone explain to me what is going on?
I think Lindsay, curious heart that she is, may have asked a few too many questions and ran afoul of our new leash holders. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I get the feeling they don't like us asking questions.
Yes, I get that impression as well.
There's the sound of a fracas going on down the hall. I'll just clarify.
Colin, Shelby, would you look into that?
Sure.
And Jake, go with them. It might be filmable.
It might be.
Already headed that way.
All right.
First on scene, first corpse in line. Okay.
There you go.
You stay with me, Izanami.
Does Jake have a light on his camera? Because I'd like him to turn it on because it was dark down the hallway earlier.
Yes.
Oh, sure.
And
And a light meter, and I can always turn on the flashlight on the phone.
Alrighty.
Can we just, real quick,
Mhm.
we're at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
5
Yeah,
a.m.
we're getting.
5 a.m. rolls in real quick.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to kind of blow things up, but
We need
Not a
to
problem.
stop.
In fact, this is perfect. Tracy, you want to declare the next action? We'll leave it there.
So I'm not going to actually scream this because I have children asleep. But Lindsay screams Haster's veil and comes out of her catatonia.
So you see her slumped down and kind of confused and dazed.
Oh, good, she's not dead.
So we've got the situation where there's something going on down the hall. We'll deal with that next time. We'll analyze. We can do a post audit on what just happened in the lobby. I think it's a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm creeped out.
This way I can
Yeah.
I'm
do my
bedtime.
character.
I'm filled with existential dread and regret.
Me too.
And you don't know why.
Now, if you guys want to discuss and resolve where you want to go next in Discord, we could just immediately begin there after resolving this last thing.
Sure.
we can also. This has been. Is it meant to remain the unnamed show, or
No.
should we come up with a name as well? Because I can Discord that.
It's
I
the
think I'll
Marcane
use-
Show. Come on.
Oh,
Now that we know,
It's gonna
Ted,
see-
no.
I was going to suggest the Empty Skull.
listen, we're not all that dumb.
Because we all demonstrated that by signing the fucking contracts.
All right, we could call the show Running on Empty.
I think we can still workshop that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's workshop it a little bit.
Running with the devil.
Running with the devil.
I want out. This was a horrible idea.
American
Oh, man.
Idiot. You know, we can do all of that.
Well, thank you for staying up late with me, guys. I know we went longer than expected. And thank you for your patience. And as I trying to scrape off the rust, I haven't DM'd in a while, so I
This is
appreciate
And
it.
thank you for putting up with the fact
Yeah,
that I
thank
haven't
you.
actually made my character yet.
That's not a problem.
Dude, this is fun. And we all forgot just how horrifying it is to live in your brain and your
Oh.
stories. So thank you for reaffirming that.
I was duped.
We're duped.
I see where I get it from.
I'll look for a romance RPG next. So 2 weeks, same time? Would that
Sounds
work for
good.
everybody?
So I work on the 6th until 8.
We'll consider that your catatonic recovery.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that
I
our-
could
is-
come in. I mean, I could come in when I get home,
Sure.
but I wouldn't be home till like 8:30. So it would just be at the very end.
And
Okay.
is that the next? Is that 2 weeks? Is the
Yeah.
6th?
Six.
Yeah,